Australia's captain, Pat Cummins, won the toss and asked India to take first strike. Both countries go in with the unchanged team from the semi-finals. Australia goes in with Head, Warner, Marsh, Simmet, Labuschagne, Maxwell, Carey, Cummins, Stark, Zampa, and Hazelwood. On India's part, they go in with Rohit Sharma, Subman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Rahul, Suryakumar Yadav, Jadeja, Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Shami, and Mohammad Siraj. Both teams were unchanged. The match officials were the two Richards, Richard Illingworth and Richard Kettlebird. At the end of the first innings, India, who was asked to bat first, were 240 for 9. 240 all out of their 50 overs. Just remember that the last spear at the wicket was run out of the final delivery of the innings. So there were 240 all out. The top scorer for India was KL Rahul, who made 66 from 107 delivery. Virat Kohli made 54 from 63 deliveries, and the leading wicket taker for Australia was the final man himself, Mitch Starc, who got 3 for 55 from his 10 overs. Joining me today for this live watch-along of the second innings, that's the Australian innings, in this 2023 ODI World Cup final is Andre Douglas. Good morning, Andre. Welcome to the show. What are your thoughts on the Indian innings?
Yeah, morning, Carlton, and good morning to the viewers. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be. So far, I think that, Australia has done really, really well to silence the Indian crowd, after the 10th over. India were going great guns, at 80 for 1, and they got 2 quick wickets to make it 80 for 3. And thereafter, Australia took control, right? And I would think that it's quite, although it's, it's a way below par score for India, based on what they have done previously, I think Australia has done really, really well. And I think, although the pitch has played its part in terms of the pitch has been a bit a bit tacky, a bit slow. Australia has done well, and I expect it to be a very, very competitive game. I expect a very, very, very competitive second half of the finals.
Good morning, Christopher Bristol. How are you? Always nice to see you here. And Christopher Bristol, I guess Andre have just answered your question by you asking him what is the state of the game right now. Do you think, Andre, that this 240 is enough, or do you think it is enough?
I think probably they might be a little, say, 30 runs short, based on the pitch that I've seen. But I think it's still a fighting total. It's still a total in which, if they bowl really well, if they feel really well, they can put Australia under a lot of pressure. And I think the key for the Indians really is to get the top order very, very quickly, and to get into the middle order of the Australians, who I think is not into any great form. So I think should they bowl pretty well, it's going to be a very, very exciting game. It should be very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, thank you very much, Christopher Bristol. Now, I would not be surprised if there's a quick wicket that Marnus Labuschagne comes at number 3. I do not think they would want, I think they would want to just hold back Marsh a bit before and allow the dew to set in and allow that swing to go away. So I believe that they will just hold him back a bit if there's a quick wicket. Shami, when India batted, Shami made 47 from 31 deliveries. And apart from Starc getting 3 for 55, Cummins also picked up 2 for 34 from his 10 overs, along with Hazelwood picking up 2 for 60. So although the pitch looked very dry, and a number of persons were surprised that Cummins actually bowled first, and there's still an innings left in this match, and we will know at the end of the game if it was the right decision by Cummins to bowl first. A number of persons were very surprised that Cummins bowled first. Were you surprised that he bowled first, Andre?
Yes, I was more surprised that he actually bowled first, because, you know, in a finals and in which India have done pretty well in setting scores and setting large scores. I'm surprised that you know he would have actually bowled first. And I think Australia, they're far more comfortable and they have done better in even the past year or so in putting a score on the board and then bowling, you know, trying to defend the score. So it was quite surprising. But having said that, I really thought that they bowled pretty well on the pitch. They assessed the conditions really well, and the bowlers, they bowled a plan and they did pretty well.
Andrea, at this time we are joined by Akeem Fraser. Akeem Fraser is a current Scorpion that he played for the Scorpion earlier this year. Akeem, welcome to the show. Do you think this 240 is enough?
Thanks for having me, Mr. Brown. I think the 240, the game is pretty much in the balance. When you look at how the surface has played, the power play will decide this game. If Australia can get to 60 for one or without loss after the end of this power play, they're in the driver's seat. If they lose early wickets, if they lose David Warner, Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh, they'll be in trouble.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier to Andre, that if they lose an early wicket, you may not see Marsh come at 3, but instead you may see Labuschagne come at 3 if they lose a very early wicket, like say within the first 2 to 5 overs. What are your thoughts on that?
I think based on how the tournament has... So it's through the slips. I think based on how the tournament has gone, Marshall.
So Bumrah first delivery 2. That's looked to be Warner facing, and he edged it down to third man for 4. So Australia is up and running there. So just touching down just outside the half stump and just leaving him, and he got the edge, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. So Australia are 4 without loss after 1 delivery.
Yeah, I think Mitchell Marsh has scored his runs in the tournament opening and batting at 3. I think the further down the order he goes, the worse it is for him. So he'll stay up early for sure.
Andre, what do you think? That ball should have been taken. It's right at the foot of the man.
To miss. Yeah, it should have been taken. It should have been taken. But back to the point on Mitchell Marsh. That
one was driven through the offside by Warner, a long chase by the fielder who pulled it up just inside the boundary, and they come back for a third. So Australia now 7 without loss after 2 deliveries. It should have been taken. It just lobbed through the gap down to third man for 4. Go ahead, Andre.
Yes, I do believe that Mitchell Marsh will stay at number 3 because, you know, Mitchell Marsh gives the innings the needed impetus that is much that they require. So I don't think they're gonna want to change that. You know, they're gonna want to give it as much impetus, you know, so that the pressure can be taken off from the middle order.
They're gonna agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the impetus that he can give them up number 3 is very important. That's how they played in the tournament. I think they should continue.
Head leave that one outside the half stump and it goes through to the keeper. And there is no run. Go ahead, Akeem.
Yeah, I think Mitchell Marsh should definitely stay at 3. For the impetus that he gives to them early out is very important.
I understand the impetus, but maybe if the wicket, after a while, this ball will stop swing, just as night fully comes in, and especially if there's some dew. And what you want is really, not that I'm disrespecting Marsh, but you really want proper batsmen to see through this period. That would be my thought process. Again, Head, just leave that. Oh, sorry about that.
I agree with you. I agree with you to some extent, but I think for how the tournament has gone thus far, it's very difficult to make a change like that in the finals. It would probably unsettle everybody, unsettle the whole team.
So Head driven 2 deliveries ago, Head drove it through the offside down to the boundary for 4, and then he just defended that next delivery, and the score is now 11th without loss, with 1 delivery to come in over number 1 being bowled by Bumrah. So this is after a very good start, Andre, in the first over. So we lose Andre there. 11 in the first over with one delivery to come. This is not a bad start. Exactly what, and that one driven through the gap. Don't it running away towards the long half boundary. They feel like giving chase, but he will not get back to that one. 4 more runs there by head. Australia move up to 15. 15 without loss after 1 overs. Good start, Akeem.
Yeah, that's exactly the start Australia would have wanted. They need to be aggressive in the power play because things will get so much more difficult when the power play ends.
Okay, so here we have Gerard Mead is saying, good morning, Chief. Good morning, Gerard Mead. How are you? Welcome to the show. As I stated last evening, if Australia bowl as well as the last match, India will find it difficult to win. Akeem, did Australia bowl better than you thought?
I think they bowled very well. It was clear that they had plans, they had specific plans for each batter, and it really worked out. When you look at how they even bowled to Yadav in the death, to Sirikumar Yadav, I think the planning was very good, the field placing was good, and they really showed that they're a championship team.
Yes, indeed. You had predicted that India would have won the match. How do you feel right now? As Kemar Williams is saying that 240 is enough on that wicket. Kemar Williamson, 240 could be competitive. Appeal there, wide signal by the umpire. That one down the left side, 16 without loss.
I definitely think the batting innings did not go as I expected it to go, but it's still a difficult chase on this wicket. As I said, power play is important, and then how the Indian spinners bowl on this pitch will be very important.
For the last 3 days, they have been due.
Gone. Shami!
Oh. So Shami getting the breakthrough there of Ed. So Shami there getting the breakthrough of Ed. That one pitched up outside. That one was short and Warner looking to cut, and it goes straight to slip. That is Kohli clinging onto it. Australia have lost their first wicket. So Warner there just cutting at that one, got in the edge, and it goes straight to Kohli at first slip. And India have struck in the second over. And so they are 16 for 1. Australia 16 for 1. Comfortable catch to Kohli, and Warner just following that one. And the crowd is going wild at the Ahmedabad Stadium. Mr. Brown, if Australia win, I personally sending you a gift because your prediction is masterclass in this World Cup. Oh, Christopher Bristol, I would certainly appreciate that, man. Winston King, welcome to the show. How are you? Good morning, the Cricket Forum. Game on, 240 runs are very under par. I really want Australia to win this match. Yes, Winston King, I back them to win. Dragon Claw, how are you? Where did I saw you? I think I saw you on... Welcome back, Andre. So...
Yeah, sorry about that, Carlton.
Yeah, India have struck.
Oh, yes. Shami is the man. Shami, has been the man right through the tournament, and it's no surprise that Shami has actually gotten the first wicket for India. Was
it surprising to you that they opened with Shami instead of Mohammad Siraj?
No, I mean, I just thought that they have done something different. And, Shami gets a lot of movement, and they need wickets because, they're in a, 240 is not a great total. So the only way they can win is to get wickets. So no surprise that Shami has actually started.
Dragon Claw is saying that it will be really tough to chase down 241 against India bowling lineup. But I'm back in Australia. I think a lot of persons would agree with your Dragon Claw that it's going to be tough, as Kohli gave chase from first slip, and they gone for one. That's all they will get. The score moves up now to... Is there another wicket? I'm seeing wicket on the screen, but it froze right away. So Marsh driving, getting the inside edge. Oh, it just I don't know what my screen is showing. I'm not seeing the cricket properly. Andre, what is the score that you have there?
It's 18 for 1. Just an inside edge by head.
Yes, 18 for 1.
Yeah.
Bobby, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Bobby.
Welcome.
Representing
yes.
well, Bobby.
Yeah, man. We're not there, but we're always representing West Indies.
Yeah, man.
That's wide from Shami down the leg side. It's going to run away for 5 wide. The score will move up to 23 for 1. So Shami just strained there, probably trying too hard there. And that one just going down the leg side and beating the keeper.
Definitely trying too hard, you know?
Yes. So Christopher Bristol is saying, a rum you're drinking there, Brown? I can't tell you what I'm drinking, Christopher Bristol. It is trademark secret. As Shami comes in now, ball to Marsh, and Marsh hit this over the top, down to the cover boundary for 4. Good power there through the delivery, Bobby. Good shot there by Marsh.
Good shot, Marsh.
Yeah, so, and that's the reason why I said that, you know, Marsh has to bat at number 3, you know, Carlton, because Marsh will apply pressure to the bowling. You know, he's going to come out, he's going to play his natural game, he's going to put the pressure right back on the bowling. And I think it's very important for Australia to really go after the Indian bowling at the top.
Okay. All right, so the score is now 20. It's 27 for 1, and this is the second over. So good start here by Australia, despite losing the wicket of Warner.
Very good start.
Yeah, indeed, it's a very good start. So Shami comes in again now. Ball to Marsh, down the leg side. He turns it away. It will go down to the man, and the fine leg boundary comes across. They go through for a single, 28 for 1, with one delivery to come in over number 2. So after this over, Andre will pick up the commentary and Bobby will do the analysis. So let's wait. One delivery to come in this over. Mohamed Shami was the leading wicket taker in the tournament, and he will end as the leading wicket taker. My screen continues to freeze. It's 28 for 1. I'm not seeing that last delivery. Has it been bowled as yet? I'm getting some feedback there. You realize that I will infringe on copyrights if we are hearing the cricket through the feed here. I'm infringing on copyrights and I can be in serious trouble. I do not have that money. So at the end of the over, so let's look at the comments. Here's what Kemara Williams is saying, gentlemen. And Bobby, you take Andre take over the commentary, and Bobby will take over the analysis. I'll keep silent for a while. Watch out for Kuldeep and Jadeja on that wicket. Australia can't make that score. Do you agree?
I don't agree. I don't agree at all. You know, Australia right now is in the driver's seat as we speak. Right, Australia, they have gotten off to a rollicking start. You know, and I think that, you know, once they continue with this, you know, they should be very much in charge.
Yeah, this is a good start from Australia. India is in trouble right now, you know, as we speak. So India have to find a way to get at least 2-3 wickets.
Yes.
Quick wickets, and get rid of Steve Smith. You know, because the run rate is not a problem.
Oh no, the run rate won't be a problem in this scenario. In order for India to win, they have to bowl Australia out. That's the only way they can win. And here comes Bumrah. Bumrah in over the wicket, ball to Mitchell Marsh, and Marsh is driving and is that an edge? No, it's not. Beats outside edge, taken by the keeper, and the score remains at 28 for 1. It's a lovely delivery there by Bumrah.
Yeah, India need 2 more wickets in this power play.
And Bumrah turns. Here comes Bumrah, passes umpire, ball to Marsh, and Marsh is just flirting with danger there. Beats the outside edge, taken by the keeper. The score remains at 28 for 1 after 2.2 overs.
I think Bumrah is gonna get Marsh.
Yeah, Bumrah is quite a magnificent bowler. And he's getting some swing right here. So let us see how he fares. Bumrah comes in, passes the umpire, bowl to Marsh, and Marsh is covering up, plays that into the covers, and they go off for a single. Score moves on to 29 for 1 after 2.3 overs.
Yes, gentlemen, so Winston King is saying Australia is a perfect team to go up against India. They are not afraid, and they showed their championship pedigree. What do you think about that?
Very well said.
Yeah, most definitely. The Australians are really, really tough. Really tough. They've always been a very tough sporting nation, not just in cricket, but just about any sport that they play. Never easy to play them, and especially in finals. And here is Bumrah around the wicket, bowls to Travis Head, and Ed is beaten outside the off stump with a beautiful delivery that touches and leaves him. Well taken by the keeper, Rahul. Lovely delivery by Jasprit Bumrah. Oh, magnificently bowled by Bumrah there.
Okay, so let's hear what Jerry Berry is saying with one delivery to come in the over. Yes, Jerry Berry. Is Nicholas Pooran going to play the England series? Jerry Berry, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate your question. But today we are focusing on the ODI World Cup finals, Jerry Berry. We will address that in another show. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Yes, so Bumrah, so the final delivery of the third over coming up. And they're just showing some replay of Shami in the last over versus match. Here is Bumrah, pass umpire, ball to Travis Head. That's beaten again once more. Magnificently bowled by Jasprit Bumrah. Getting the ball to just leave Head off a very good length. Great over from Jasprit Bumrah. The score means at 29 for 1 after 3 overs.
Yes, okay. So at the end of the over, we go through the comments because we have to engage the audience. So Travis said he's going to score 100. What do you think? So I will put the comments up on the screen, and at the end of the over, gentlemen, you need to react to it. Okay?
Right. If
okay.
Travis said scores 100, that means Australia wins easily.
Yeah, and I don't think Travis said he's gonna score 100, maybe a 50. I don't see 100 coming from anybody. If Australia win, it's gonna be a lot of partnership.
Shami
30s,
in bowl
40s, 50s.
Bowl to Marsh, and that's wide wide. It's outside the leg stump, and they come back for 2 wides. The wide signal there by the umpire. I think Shami's trying a little bit too hard right here. He needs to get his bearing correct. He really needs to get his bearing right.
I think the final
away some very easy runs there to Australia.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the finals. Not a lot of runs on the board, so
right.
You can understand why.
Here Shami turns. He's on his way to bowl to Marsh, and Marsh is just covering up. Plays it to mid-on, it doesn't score. The score remains on 32 for 1. Yeah, Shami needs to get his bearing right here. If he doesn't get his bearing right, he could go for a lot of runs very, very quickly. So, he needs to. His length has not been too bad, but it's just the line is what he needs to get correct right here. I know that he's feeling the pressure, but he has to try to get his bearing right.
Yes, remember that we need to pay attention on the comments. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah, Shami bowls to Marsh, and he just leaves that one outside the off stump. Taken by the keeper. The score remains on 32 for 1.
Yeah, yes. So Mr. Casanova is saying very interesting finals. You could react to.
I like these type of finals. I like low scoring thrillers. I enjoy them more than a run fest. I like this final. Very interesting final, especially as a neutral.
Shami turns, passes umpire, bowls to Marsh, and Marsh is hitting that one. It's high and hard. Will it go for 6 runs? Magnificently done by Mitchell Marsh over the long off air for 6. Great shot by Mitchell Marsh. There was Shami just pitching up, over pitching, and Mitchell Marsh leans into the drive, hitting that one high over long off for 6. Glorious shot by Mitchell Marsh.
The crowd is silent.
And that is the danger that Mitchell Marsh posed to the opposing team. You know, if he gets going, you know, this could be over pretty quickly. And Shami turns. He's in now. Into bowl to Mitchell Marsh. Passes umpire, bowl to Marsh, and Marsh is just playing that one behind square leg. They go for one. They turn for the second. They should get second easily. And Mitchell Marsh moves on to 14, and the score moves on to 40 for 1 after 3.4 overs.
Yes, so Mr. Cass, so Simple View is saying, Simple Jew, sorry, I see Australia winning comfortable with wickets in hand. Bobby? Let's watch the delivery.
And here is Shami. At top of his mark. Mitchell Marsh, he looks around. He settles now. Shami. Up to the wicket, past the umpire, bowl to Marsh, and Marsh is just driving into the covers. The mid-off fielder runs around and prevents a single. The score remains at 40 for 1 from 3.5 overs.
Yes, and Bobby, do you think that Australia is going to win comfortable with a number of wickets in hand?
Maybe if they win maybe 3 wickets in hand, I don't think they're gonna win comfortable. Especially after the power play. No, I don't see that.
Let's just deliver from Andre.
Yes. And here's Mohamed Shami. He's rubbing the ball vigorously. The fielder moves from mid-off to the long-off area, and the deep cover comes into the circle. So you have a slip, a short third man, a backward point. Shami in, bowls to Mitchell Marsh, and Marsh is driving that one way down to the long-off fielder. They go through for a single, and the end of 4 overs is 41 for 1. Australia large and in charge.
Okay, so you don't think, so Bobby, you don't think that they will win comfortable?
No, I think if Australia win, it would be a game just like the semi-finals. Okay, a nail-biting finish.
And Mr. Casanova, I said Bumrah is very superb in India. Bumrah only have 18 wickets in the tournament so far, but he's very economical. Over to you, Andre.
Yes. And Bumrah will continue. I guess my feed is a little bit behind.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'll do the commentary, Andre, and you and Babu will just react. Okay?
Yeah, because so my feed is behind, right? Yeah.
Yes. So 41 for 1. Bumrah is on his way to Marsh. He's up to the wicket now. Just about now, and bowl to Marsh, and Marsh defends into the onside, and there's no run.
Yeah, I don't know. Since the last 2-3 games, I don't know if Bumrah is a bit fatigued. You know, I sense him missing his line sometimes, so we have to see what happens here.
Okay, so Ian Connard from Trinidad is saying that, so the standard low, we busy talking our Super 50 bad, saying that the standard low, just because TNT win everything, India make 240 runs. Take that. No, I just think it's a different thing. I don't think Trinidad would be able to make 120 on this pitch. So they got another wicket. So Bumrah got the wicket of Marsh. So Marsh goes, and Australia are 41 for 2. So Bumrah there just picking up the wicket of Marsh. I never saw the delivery because my screen froze. And so India is back in this match at 41 for 2. Gentlemen.
Inside edge.
So my screen continues to buffer. It was an inside edge through. It was an edge through to the keeper.
Yeah.
Was it inside edge or outside edge?
Inside. Marsh
was an inside
slashed at it. Yeah, Marsh slashed at it. So, you know.
So India is definitely back in this match, and it is far from over. Australia needing exactly 200 runs to win, and here comes Steve Smith, who I think is going to play a key innings in this match. My screen is buffering, Andre, so maybe you should take over the commentary. Maybe it's not our morning. Maybe it's because it's not West Indies cricket. Andre, go ahead with the commentary, because although your screen is behind, mine is buffering, and I'm not getting the cricket. So St. Elmore is saying, thank you all for being here. How many Indian made sorry about that. India made 240 all out of the very final delivery of their 50 over. In the scores, as I put the score up on the screen for you, India 240, I have 240 for 90, but it's 240 all out. Rahul makes 66, and Virat Kohli made 54, start getting 3 for 55. Sharma also got 47 for India. Cummins got 2 wickets, 2 for 34, and Azud got 2 for 60. So Bumrah striking there, he was over the wicket. Marsh flashing at that one outside the off stump, got the bottom edge through to the keeper, and Australia have lost their second wicket. So this match is far from over here. So Merrick, welcome to the show, Merrick. Only a legend can make a legendary prediction. Well, Merrick, thank you for calling me a legend, but I'm still nervous because this run chase might be very difficult. It's left to see how Steve Smith go, and it is very important that Australia do not lose any more wicket for the next 10 overs.
Yeah, we'll be left between Steve Smith and Manos,
So, Juba Dan FX is saying that Australia is going to win in 40 overs with 5 wickets. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. I think Steve Smith is going to show now why he's such a highly rated batsman. At the end of the over, 41 for 2. And Mr. Casanova is saying that, yeah, Bumrah look like he's tired, Bobby. He keep breathing hard. Bobby, how do you react to that?
Yeah. I sense this from the last probably 2-3 games ago. He looks real tired.
Andre, Gerard Mead is saying that Marsh got a lollipop and missed it. Should he have put away that ball?
He sat up begging to beat it. I think he just, he really missed it. So it wasn't any special delivery that got him out.
Yeah, yes, I think so too. And Gerard Mead is quite right that it was really a lollipop as Shami continues round the wicket, taken on the pad, loud appeal, not out, said the umpire. It seems to be an inside edge there to me. And it also seemed to be heading down the leg side. That doesn't look close to me in any form. I think it's an inside edge, and I also think it's going down the leg side.
Yeah, most definitely down the leg side, inside edge, right?
Yes.
But just to point out, though, there's a very interesting bit of statistics I just read yesterday, which says that Richard Kettleborough, the standing umpire, that he has every semi-final or final that he has umpired in which India has been involved, India has actually lost the game. So I don't know if it's quite an open for India that they don't want to hear, but it's a very startling piece of statistics that every match that he has been standing umpire, India has lost that match.
I don't know what Shami is seeing, but he's insisting he's round the wicket again, ball, and the screen froze again.
Yeah, but I mean, Rahul is telling him that it's going down the leg. I don't know why he should even be thinking about that. It looks a bit high for one, and it probably might be inside edge and going down the leg.
Yeah, looks like an inside edge.
Yeah.
But it's how adamant he is that they are not reviewing it. He's very adamant, almost like he's upset and angry with someone that they are not reviewing. 41 for 2. Still 40. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I think you should listen to Rahul, because KL has made some very good decisions.
Yeah, of course, he has.
Very,
he's a keeper. He's in the best position to know the actual line of the delivery, the trajectory in which the ball is going.
The screen is giving me a warm time, but it's 41 for 2 with 3 deliveries to come in the over. It's really giving me a warm time. Mr. Casanova is saying, They cannot lose any more wicket, and they gotta keep up with the run rate. Well, Mr. Casanova, I don't really think the run rate is an issue. Bobby, you think it is?
No. The run
No,
rate is not an issue. 250,
Yeah.
240, and with a good start, Australia going probably like what, 8 runs and over now. After they need maybe 4 or 5, so the run rate is not an issue.
I don't think the run rate is an issue, and it will give Steve Smith a chance to secure. Isn't that so, Andre?
Oh yeah, very much so, very much. You know, the run rate will never be an issue in chase of this sort of total, you know, unless you get off to a very, very poor start. I don't think it'll ever be an issue.
Okay.
And there is Travis said driving that one to the mid-on area, and he goes off for a single. The score moves on to 42 for 2 after 5.4 overs.
Yes.
I think
go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
I think Shami would have hoped that it was Ishan Kishan keeping, because Ishan Kishan would have went up for that.
The Shami to Steve Smith. I don't know. Every time the bowler reached the crease and about to deliver, the screen froze. I do not know why. But it's another made delivery. Steve Smith probably have blocked that one or leave that. I don't know what happened. But I saw Kohli with the ball.
Yeah,
He just covers that one up to the cover area. You know, and
go along with the commentary, Andre. I will come in at the end of the over. So during the over, you and Bobby go ahead, and I will come in at the end of the over.
Okay, so after 2.5 overs bowled by Shami, the score remains at 42 for 2. And here's Shami. Shami turns. He on his way now, passes the umpire, bowl to Steve Smith, and Steve Smith covers that one right up by good bowling by Shami, and he doesn't get a run. And the score remains at 42 for 2 after 6 overs.
Okay, so Bonnie is saying that good morning to you, Belfon. How are you? Welcome to the show. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for the commentary from Nevada. You are welcome, sir, and we are glad that we are here to provide the commentary for you. In Ian Gonard, the turf is now an issue. It is not possible that our turf are not 350, 400 runs. Rather, the game has gone too far from us. So Ian is saying that the game has gone too far from us. This is really the World Cup final. Go ahead, Andre, with your commentary.
Oh yes, I'm just waiting on we're still in an ad, so I'm just waiting on the feed to come back.
Okay, all right. So as soon as the feed come back, you can continue. But Ian, let us talk about the ODI final today. West Indies will have a series starting on the 3rd.
Okay, Jasprit Bumrah now starts the 7th over. Around the wicket, bowl to Travis head is driving that one down to the mid-off area, and there's no run. It's well fielded there by Gill.
Okay. Yes, so as I was saying that the West Indies will have a series starting against India on the 3rd of next month. And during that series, we can talk about West Indies cricket. Let us just concentrate, please. You have been a good contributor to the
around
show.
the wicket, bowl to Travis head. Travis head is playing that one to the backward point here. That runs off for a quick single, and the score moves on to 43 for 2. And there was Travis head just covering that one to the backward point here, getting a quick single to get off strike. Score moves on to 43 for 2 from 6.2.
Yes, Bobby.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, you hearing me?
Yes, man, we're hearing you.
Yeah, no, I was just correcting you. That is England.
Yes, Bumrah now passes the umpire, ball to Smith, was covering that one into the cover area. They don't get a run. The score remains at 43 for 2. Smith is still to score. He's yet to get off the mark from 6 balls, and the score remains at 43 for 2. Jasprit Bumrah 1 for 17 from 3.3 overs.
Yes, the series will be against England, and it starts on the 3rd. You know, at the same time, too, the West Indies Academy is playing a match against the Ireland Academy. You know, at the end of this,
Smith drives magnificently down to the long on air for 4. There was Smith coming in line, driving that one, passing the man at mid-on for 4. Lovely shot there by Steve Smith, 4 runs.
I think in my opinion, I think today is Smith matching up. I really think these are the match that Smith lives for.
Yeah, he looks really focused. He's really locked in. He's just getting in line with everything. And here's Boomer now. Passes the umpire, bowls to Steve Smith and covering that one playing into the mid wicket area. They don't get a run. The score remains at 47 for 2 from 6.5 overs.
Yes, a good going there by Australia. Very good going.
Yes, it's a really good start on the part of the Australians. And Steve Smith is going to be very, very, very crucial in this run chase here. He looks around the field. He settles. Bumrah at the top of his mark. Steve Smith settles. Here comes Jasprit Bumrah. He's running in now to bowl to Steve Smith. Passes umpire, bowl to Steve Smith. He's wrapped on the part. Now the pin is gone. Steve Smith goes. LBW to Bumrah. Well bowled by Jasprit Bumrah.
Wow.
That's a lovely delivery by Jasprit Bumrah. And Steve Smith, the danger man, goes for 4. The Australians are 47 for 3 after 7 overs.
Looks like a slower one as well.
Australia is
well bowled by Jasprit Bumrah.
Australia is in big trouble at this time as Steve Smith, who I expect to be the anchor of this innings, the big match player, has gone leg before wicket to Bumrah. What a lovely delivery there by Bumrah, Bobby.
Oh, well bowled indeed by Jasprit Bumrah.
A slower.
It seemed to be a cutter. Yeah. The off cutter that got rid of Steve Smith. Excellent ball by Jasprit Bumrah. And Bumrah, will he be the man today? Will he be the man to take home Australia, to take home India?
I think now he shifts to India. So Manos is the man now. Whatever Manos can do now. It's left to Manos now.
Yeah.
This is why he's in the squad, you know?
And the thing about it right here is that India have gotten rid of probably three most experienced Australian, batsmen. Batters would have had experience in the like of Warner, Marsh, and Steve Smith would have played in the 2015 World Cup finals. So Australia have a lot of work to do right here. It's a big job.
And Bobby said that right. This is the reason why Labuschagne is in the team instead of Stonis to anchor the batting. And we really hope now that as someone who is bringing Australia to win the match, really hope now that Labuschagne really stood up and show why he is in the team. So we're really hoping that
bowls to head is covering that one up. Ooh.
Because India is really on fire.
Yeah, it was a slow ball.
Yeah, so Mr. Casanova said, yeah, we will be playing against England and Australia, and India will be playing their series.
Wow.
So a lot of cricket, yes. Later this week, I think Thursday, the first T20 between Australia and India start in India. So there's a lot of cricket.
Wow.
Go ahead, Bobby.
No, it was showing that the impact was outside. So maybe if Steve Smith had gone up, maybe he would have survived.
And he was playing a stroke. Because once you're playing a stroke and the impact was outside, so why you didn't review it?
It looked plumb. And I guess he asked head, and head said it looked plumb.
Yeah, it's quite surprising though, but
But they don't know the rules.
They very much have their tail up. And Shami now is coming around the wicket to bowl to Travis Head. In past Travis Head and is covering up. It doesn't get a run. Plays to the mid-off area. Very, very tight line and length here by Mohammed Shami.
So 47 for 3. And the rules state clearly that if the impact is outside off stump and you're playing a shot, you should not be giving out leg before. So probably Ed was not aware of those things.
Yeah, probably not in the best of position to see exactly the actual line of the delivery.
I would love to see where he was standing. I would love to see a
Yes.
replay of where he was standing when that ball struck Steve Smith.
And this Travis
Because
said,
in modern
driving
cricket,
and beat outside off stop by lovely delivery by Mohamed Shami. There was Travis said, driving at that one, beats him outside the off stump. Lovely delivery there by Mohamed Shami.
yes. So Mr. Casanova is saying that Bumrah's come to the party. Yes, he's really a world-class bowler. Has he come to the party, Andre?
Oh,
Sorry, Bobby, because you are doing the commentary.
And here is Mohamed Shami. He's at the top of his mark. He's rubbing the ball. He turns. Travis said settles. Mohamed Shami running in. Passes the umpire just about now. Ball to Travis said, and Ed is just covering up, playing that one to the backward point area, and they don't get a single. The score remains at 47 for 3 from 7.5 overs.
Yeah, I mean, Bumrah is just showing his class. As you can see there, hands on his knees. He looks lethargic. But, you know, what they say about world-class players, they always find a way.
Yes, and I think this Australia team is going to dig deep.
This is going to be a very interesting game. I love these games, you know.
Mohamed Shami comes in. Bolt, Travis said covers up once more. And it's made over by Mohamed Shami. The score remains at 47 for 3 from 8 overs. And it's quite an interesting matchup we have right here. Quite an interesting final. And this one should go right down to the wire. Get the seatbelt on, gentlemen. It's going to be very, very intriguing, very, very exciting times coming up.
Yeah, very unfortunate there that the impact was clearly outside the line of the off stump. And, you know, I really want to see where Ed was standing, because he should not have been given out once you are playing a shot and the ball struck you outside the line of the off stump. You should not have been given out. So that was a wicket up. And importantly, in such a game, Steve Smith has to review it. Once there's any doubt, Steve Smith.
Yeah,
go ahead, Bobby.
It's quite surprising that he didn't, though. It was quite surprising he didn't, you know. He knows there's a very, very big wicket, you know. So I don't know why he didn't take the review, but that's a good luck on the part and the Indians. And Bumrah in bowl to Labashani, and Labashani is just covering up that one, plays in the cover region. They don't go for a single. The score means on 47 for 3 from 8.1 overs.
Yes, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, the last time when he had that LBW fiasco, I think that was playing on his mind. So maybe it's the finals, maybe it's the pressure of the finals, and he thought it was plum, but Steve Smith seems to be
passes umpire ball to Marnus, and Marnus covers up once more into the cover area. He's still to get off the mark. Score remains at 47 for 3 from 8.2 overs. This is after 4.2 overs bowled by Jasprit Bumrah.
Yes, Bobby, go ahead with your comment.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I think it's just the final, the pressure of the final. Maybe that's what got to him. He didn't want to waste.
Once more, and Bumrah passes umpire bowl to Marnus. Marnus is just, you know, full length delivery, just covering that one into the cover area. You know, Marnus seemed to be a little bit nervous right here. You know, the Australians seem to be a bit nervous. You know, some good bowling now by Bumrah and Shami, who have now settled into their work. So, you know, it's going to be very, very interesting the next few overs. And there is Glenn Maxwell, who's looking quite pensive in the dressing room.
I just think Labashane and Head just want to bat out this opening spell here from Shami and Bumrah.
Bumrah now pass umpire, ball to Labashane, who covers up, back to the bowler. He doesn't get a run. And Bumrah very much into his work right here. He's really spot on now, getting his line and length correct. You know, it's very, very tight from the Indians at this point in time.
Yes, Mr. Casanova, I'm wondering the same thing too, sir. Why didn't he review it? That's the same thing I'm wondering. It's very surprising that he did not review it. He should have definitely.
Bumrah turns, passes the umpire now, bowl to Marnus, who just leaves that one outside of some, and is missed by. Oh, that's a terrible miss there on the part of Rahul. It passes up the keeper on to the boundary for 4 byes. Badly missed there by Rahul. So
I think the ball died on him.
1 for 3.
So that brought up the Australian 50, and at this stage, any runs is welcome by the Australian.
Oh yes, four crucial runs there on the part of the as a result of Rahul missing that one. And there's Kohli trying to G up the crowd. The great man Kohli trying to G up the 120,000 people in the stands. Boomer now passes both to Manasseh, who covers that one up. Well played indeed by Manos. Very well played. And that's the end of the over. And the end of the over, the score remains at 51 for 3 after nine overs.
Yes, Blessing Oran Hernandez, welcome. It's a good while I have not seen you. Bobby, here's your good friend, Kemar Williamson, who can only hide behind a keyboard, but is always afraid to come on the show. But when he's behind the keyboard, he has a lot of talk, a lot of strength. He's saying that game on. How will that middle order going to cope with the spinners, especially with a lot of right-handers to come? Well, it's left to be seen as you continue to hide behind your keyboard. Bobby, what you have to say to Kemar?
Well, the right-handers have dominated Kuldeep. So they would only have to probably be watchful of Jadeja. But, surprisingly, the right-handers have dominated him in this World Cup.
Yes, sir. So Mr. Casanova is saying that they just got to see out Bumrah. He may just only got one more over in this spell. Do you agree, Bobby?
Yes, he looks like he needs a break.
Yes.
He's bowling better, but he his hands is always on his knees.
So he's looking in some trouble.
Right.
He just looks a bit tired because, he just came back from a year?
Yeah. And here's Shami. He passes the umpire around the wicket. Both the Travis said who covers that one, played down to the backward point here. They don't score. The score remains at 51 for 3 after 9.2 overs.
So you're saying that Boomer is probably a little tired, Bobby?
Yeah, from being out that long, And then when he came back, he just played a few 20-20 games. Because remember, it doesn't matter how much you practice, Playing in the match is different. Match fitness is different.
And here's Shami. Shami turns. He's coming around the wicket to bowl to Travis Head. Passes umpire just about now. Bowl to Travis Head, who is playing that one down to the third man area, into the third man boundary before. Lovely shot there by Travis Head. And there was Shami just pitching that one outside off some. And Travis Head just playing very, very late between the man at second slip and backward of point into the boundary for 4 runs.
Good shot there by Travis Head. What you think about the shot, Bobby?
Very well placed.
Okay.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, so the run rate required is less than 5. So they can soak up some pressure right now, soak up some deliveries at this time.
Mohamed Shami now passes the umpire, bowl to Travis Head, who's driving that one. Magnificent shot there by Travis Head. Straight past the bowler between the bowler and mid-on for 4. Lovely shot there by Travis Head for 4. The score moves on to 59 for 3 from 9.4 overs. And there was Shami just over pitching that one, and Travis Head leaning into the drive past the mid-on fielder for 4 runs.
Yeah, yes,
I never understand why, because they took out 2 of the slips. Why you don't have a long on or a long off if you're gonna pitch it up?
Shami in bowl to he's just lucky right there. There was Travis Head trying to square cut that one, got an inside edge into the short fan leg area for a single.
Marlon, welcome. How are you, man? Getting a lot of feedback from you. How are you, Marlon?
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Brown.
Go ahead, Andre, with the commentary.
Yes, so that's it. I think that's the end of the 10th over.
At the end of the 10th over, what do you think about Bobby? We are getting an echo. We are getting an echo from you, Marlon. You could start that out and come back, please, because we are getting an echo from you.
Maybe you need an earphone.
Yeah, yes, he probably need a earphone.
Yes, so end of the 10th over is 60 for 3. Australia going well in terms of scoring rate, having lost 3 wickets, 6 runs, 60 for 3 from 10 overs.
So
Hey, come on.
yeah, yes.
I told him that this Indian team is not the best ever team. And today they've shown that.
Okay. And Mr. Beer is saying that India for me money. Okay, Mr. Beer, let's hear what Gerard is saying now. Gerard, me, the legendary. Please excuse my bad manners. Good morning to you, your hosts and viewers. Okay, Gerard, we understand. And good morning to you too, Gerard. Good morning. And Kamar Williams is saying to Sir Brown, time is the issue, man. Why would I be hiding? No, man, Kamar, you're hiding. You're always hiding. You see, we all know that Kemar, we saw him post the video. You saw the video that he posted yesterday, Bobby?
I saw it.
So he has time to post those videos, but he doesn't have time to come on the show because he cannot answer the questions when he comes on the show. He's hiding. And Mr.
Jadeja, that's a badly line there by Jadeja. You know, wide delivery down on the leg side. And the batsman, they go through for a single. So that's 2 wides. So Jadeja start off the 11th over. It is 62 for 3.
And Jadeja is someone who you expect to bowl wicket to wicket. So that was really badly line from him there up front. Yep. He's going to be a...
Jadeja passes umpire to Bolton-Marnus. Jadeja in Bolton-Marnus is forward into the short cover area. They don't get a run. The score remains at 62 for 3. Jadeja back to the top of his mark. In Bolton-Marnus. Marnus is covering up that one into the short mid-wicket area. Jadeja steps across. They don't get a run. And the score remains at 62 for 3.
62 for 3. So Australia just looking now to just dig themselves out of this hole at this moment.
Jadeja turns, and there is Marnus getting his first one, turning it into the square leg area for a single. The score moves on to 63 for 3 from 10.3 overs.
There's a lobber chain finally off the mark there.
Yep, from his 10th delivery. Here's Jadeja now into both the Travis said. Around the wicket, both Travis said is just covering up into the short mid-wicket area. And they don't score. The score remains at 63 for 3. And Jadeja going through his over very, very quickly here. Jadeja turns once more around the wicket. Both Travis said, it's very trying to cut that one and inside edge, past the keeper, down to the final area, and they get through for 2 runs. And there was Travis said flirting with danger there, trying to cut inside edge past the keeper, going and getting 2 runs into the final area. The score moves on to 65 for 3.
Yeah,
what were they appealing about?
I didn't get that, Bobby.
No, I'm saying, what were they appealing about? It looks like an inside edge.
Yeah, that's inside edge. Jadeja in bowl to Travis said, is always a loud appeal for NBW. Is he out? The umpire's on move, and there was Travis said trapped on the back foot. 13 seconds. I don't think they're going to take the review right here. They're in a discussion, Rahul and the captain, Rohit Sharma, in a discussion whether to take the review or not. And the time has actually elapsed. So, that might be pitching outside the leg stump.
That looks close to me. But
I think that might have pitched just outside the leg stump.
Jadeja always. I don't think that is hitting. I don't think it is. I think it even missing leg stump. I really think that it is missing leg stump.
Yeah.
Okay. Marlon, are you hearing me, Marlon? The system is saying that you need a headpiece, Marlon. We want to get you on, but it's saying that you need a headpiece. You need a headpiece. Get a headpiece and come back, Marlon. Yes, and go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah, my feed is yet to come. Oh, so Kuldeep Yadav into the attack.
Okay.
Kuldeep Yadav, the Chinaman bowler.
So, Bobby,
into the tournament.
So, Bobby, we need to hear from you between the overs and the Bobby. Between the overs is your time, Bobby.
No, well, you see, sometimes because my feed's slower. So
Okay.
sometimes when I'm talking, then the over starts, so I have to stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one was actually missing. Yeah, that one from Jadid was actually missed. So that was a
Yes,
good
man.
decision not to review.
Yes.
And here comes Kuldeep over the wicket, bowl to Manus, and Manus is covering up that one. Very, very tightly done by Manus. He's really, really focused. Manus Lavashane is, and there he was covering up that one. The score remains at 65 for 3. Kuldeep turns over the wicket, bowl to Manus, and is driving one to the long on area. They get an easy single to the man on the long on boundary. The score moves on to 66 for 3 from 11.3 overs.
So it's good to see Labachane just rotating the strike there, another single. Very good.
Yep. Kuldeep.
This is the reason why
Travis said settles. There's a slip. There's a short fine leg. There is a man at short cover. Kuldeep tosses the ball from hand to hand over the wicket. Both to Travis said is pulling that one straight to the man. The score remains at 66 for 3 after 11.4 overs.
Yes,
Travis said settles. And Kuldeep turns, tosses the ball from hand to hand over the wicket to both to Travis said. And Travis said is on the back foot and playing that one to the cover area. They'll go through for an easy single to the man on the cover boundary. The score moves on to 67 for 3.
So why it's very interesting to me why Mohamed Siraj have not been given the ball. Is it that they are? Go ahead.
Yeah, Kuldeep. He's gone over the wicket, ball to Manus. Manus is at flicking that one through to the man on the long on ear. They go through for a very easy single. The score moves on to 68 for 3 after over number 12.
68 for 3 after 12 overs, Bobby. Are you surprised that Mohamed Siraj have not been given the ball?
No, not really. I'm not surprised because sometimes, he can be a bit expensive. So I think right now what they want to do is just build up a little pressure, take a wicket, and then maybe we'll see a Siraj.
Okay,
so Siraj will definitely come after these two guys spell.
So you think they want the ball to rough up a little and hope that it will reverse swing before Siraj come into the attack?
Yeah.
Okay, very, very interesting because, Australia will need to target a bowler because definitely England have 5 good bowlers. Who do you think that they're going to target, Bobby?
At Siraj. I think they're waiting on Siraj.
They're waiting on Siraj because that has always been the thought that these are 5 quality bowlers. They are getting wicket, but you must target a bowler. You cannot allow everyone to bowl.
Yeah, and sometimes, Siraj can be a little erratic with his balls. So I think they're waiting on him to, especially probably Travis Head.
Okay. Go ahead, Andre.
Yes, here is Jadeja now. Into it, both to Manus. Manus is just playing that one to the man at the short mid-wicket area. The score remains at 68 for 3 from 12.3 overs. And here is Manus. He's taking his own time. Jadeja turns in, and this time Manus gets a single into the short mid-wicket area. The score moves on to 69 for 3 from 12.4 overs. And, the Australians right here, they're just trying to settle, just trying to play, each ball on its merit. Taking very, very little risk. Jadeja turns over the ball to Travis said, who just plays that one gently down to the man at the long off area for an easy single. The score moves on to 70 for 3 from 12.4 overs.
Yeah, I think we have.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I think the Aussies will hope that Manus don't play a reverse sweep this time.
Jadeja bowls to Manus, who covers up right to the man in the short mid-on area. And that's the end of the over. At the end of the over, the Australians have moved on to 70 for 3 from 13 overs.
Your time, Bobby. 70 for 3 after 13.
So, Mr. Brown, do you think Manus will play a reverse sweep again? Or do you think he got a scolding from the coach and his teammates?
He definitely got a scolding, and I don't expect him to play the reverse sweep this time. Marlon is back with us. Marlon?
Morning to you, Sir Brown. Morning to everybody.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, man.
What do you think about the match so far? Are you watching the match?
Yeah, I think India bat very poorly, and in case Australia is having the upper hand at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so it's glad to have everyone here. It's a lovely day. Go ahead, Andre.
Yes,
Andre,
and there was Kuldeep, and there was Travis on the back foot, just punch that one to the man on the cover boundary. They go through for an easy single. The score moves on to 71 for 3 after 13.1 overs. And here's Kuldeep, tosses the ball from hand to hand. Over the wicket now to bowl to Labuschagne, and Labuschagne is just turning up onto the square leg area. They go through for a quick single, and that is all there will be. The score moves on to 72 for 3.
yes. So Australia just sticking it over at this stage.
Settles. He waits on Kuldeep. Kuldeep turns, tosses the ball from hand to hand, passes the umpire now, bowl to Travis Head, who's on the back foot trying to drive that one, gets an inside edge to the bowler. The score remains at 72 for 3.
72 for 3. So
I think Kuldeep again. Kuldeep turns in bowl to Travis Head and is driving that one to the man on the long off boundary. They go through for an easy single, and the score moves on to 74 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Yes, at the end of this over, we'll bring in Marlon to continue the commentary for another 5 over, and Andre, you could take a break and then join us after another 5 over.
Right. Kuldeep tosses the ball from hand to hand into bowl to Manus. Bowl to Manus. Manus is on the back foot, plays that one to the man of the short third man area. They don't get around. The score remains at 73 for 3 from 13.5 overs. Just one more ball to go in the 14th over. Kuldeep at the top of his mark turns, bowl to Manus. Manus is just playing that one very, very carefully into the backward point here for a single. The score moves on to 74 for 3 from 14 overs. And I now turn over to Marlon.
Yes, so Andre, you can take a 5 over break and overs break and rejoin us later.
Right.
Over to you, Marlon. You are watching the live commentary.
Please.
Go ahead, Marlon. We're hearing you.
I said, come on for a thing a while ago, so you can go until you come back up and do the commentary.
Okay. So Bobby, Mr. Casanova is saying, Bobby, that not surprised Siraj not bowling. He would get it all over the park if he comes on. Is that so? Is that so, Bobby?
Yeah, Siraj yes. Siraj would get hit. I think Siraj, if he does not start good, and the ball is not doing anything for him, I don't think he has that control.
He doesn't have that control. That's
No.
Canary Smith is saying Australia for the win. I have been watching this from 3:30. So Canary Smith thinks that Australia is going to win this match. Marlon, do you think Australia is going to win?
Indeed, they have basically shown that they are going to win. They are in front at the moment.
Okay, your feed is back up yet?
Trying to get it back up as soon.
173 for 4. Jadeja comes in, bowl to Magnus Labuschagne, who beats the inner circle. It will runs out to the man on the cover boundary. They go through for a single. The score ticked over to 75 for 3. Labuschagne has moved up to 7. Travis Head is on 25 from 35 deliveries. Usually Travis Head would have gone much harder. Jadeja round the wicket, bowl to Head off the back foot. He just strokes this down to long off. They go through for a single, and the score ticked up now to 76 for 3. Head moves up to 26. Labuschagne is on 7. 2 gone in over number 15. As we watch, Ed now is going to move into bowl to the right-handed Labuschagne. He's in bowl to Labuschagne, and Labuschagne textbook, copy book defensive stroke, test match defensive strokes down back the pitch to the bowler who feel that there is no run. 76 for 3. Labuschagne seconds Jadeja into him, and he drives through the offside ring down to the fielder coming off the boundary. They gone for 1. They thought about the second, but the second is not on. 77 for 3. 2 to come in over number 15. Labachade is on 8. Ed is on 26. 77 for 3, looking to get 241. Off the back foot goes head. Cannot beat the man at the edge of the circle, and there is no run. And the score remains on 77 for 3. Let's watch Jadeja as he continues round the wicket now. He'll be bowling to Travis Eddies in and bowl to the left-handed head, who just tucked this into the onside, beat the man at short mid-wicket. It goes down to long on for a single at the end of the over. 78 for 3, Bobby.
Yeah, India is on the back foot. 2 billion people are worried right now.
Marlon, what do you think about the score at this time? 78 for 3, looking to get 241. You would think that India was ahead. Do you think that India is still ahead?
India or Australia?
Yes. You think that
Australia is ahead.
Australia is ahead at this time? Is your feed come back up that you can do the live commentary?
No, just somebody checking out for me.
Okay, good. So Bobby, at this stage, you think that as we watch Kuldeep Yadav bowl to Travis Head, who bang this away, down to the man on the cover boundary, they go through for a single, the score moves up to 79 for 3. Bobby, at this stage, do you think the match is in the balance, or do you think that one team has pushed ahead?
Australia is ahead. I want to see what the win predictor says, but I think Australia is ahead.
I think the dew has set in and the ball is coming on nicely onto the bat. I think that's what is happening at this stage of the match. Kuldeep bowled to Labachade, who goes back in his crease and turned that one dead off his middle stump. Luckily, he got bat on that one. And it's very, very luckily there. It was dead on middle stump and he got down the bat at the last moment. It ballooned in the air, but Subman Gill could not get there. He was at backward of square. Yadav comes in again over the wicket, bowled to Labachade, and again he's back deep in his crease, turn it to the right of Gill this time, and they go through for a single. 80 for 3 Australia in over number 15.3. 3 to come after this delivery in over number 16. Ed, who's on 28 from 39 deliveries, come back into strike. So let's watch as Yadav over the wicket, ball to Ed, and Ed is off the back foot, cannot beat the man at short extra cover, and there is no run. The score remains on 80 for 3. 28 to Ed, 9 for Labachade. Kuldeep in his third over, none for 9 so far. 2 to come in Kuldeep's third over. They need another 141 runs to win as Kuldeep Yadav comes into Ed and he is high in the air, over deep wicket into the stand for 6. Aggressive shot by Head, 6 runs there, Bobby.
Very good shot.
High, deep over mid-wicket, into the stand, down on one knee, slug sleep. What do you have to say about that shot, Marlon?
Top shot. A man in form, shows his class.
Okay, so that moves the total up now to 86. It was out of the ground, and again, Ahmedabad goes silent. As here come Kuldeep Yadav. Over the wicket, ball to Ed, and Head drives down to long off. They will jog walk a single at the end of the over. The score will move up to 87 for 3. Ed is on 35. Labachade is on 9, looking to get 241 to win. Your comments, Marlon?
Yeah. Indeed, Head showing his class, showing his talent, and he's delivering it for Australia at the moment.
Your feed is back. As soon as your feed is back, you tell me. India need an Obia man to win the game. Do you think so, Bobby?
I don't think so. Two quick wickets and then, they'll be in the tail. Josh English is averaging 18. So, yeah, there's that.
Okay. So as soon as you get your feed, you let me know, Marlon. The win predictor is 56 to 46 in favor of India. Thank you, Ken Roy Smith. So the win predictor is saying that. So after 6... Your feed is back, sir?
Almost.
So after 16 overs, 87 for 3. So Mohammad Siraj is finally coming into the attack. Let's see what he will be able to do now. The ball is a little older, it's a little softer. This is going to be very interesting as Mohamed Siraj comes in now. Up to the wicket and ball to Travis Head, and he drives on the bounce to the man at extra cover, and there is no run. That one was very close to Kohli. Just on the bounce there, as Head looking now to cut loose against the pace of Mohamed Siraj. Bobby, it seems like you're right. They're going to target Siraj.
Yeah, he's the man they're definitely going to target.
But he could have gotten a wicket with his first ball there, Bobby.
It can happen, similar to Lucky Ferguson. You can go expensive, but you know how that goes.
Siraj bowled to Head and Head off the back foot, just punch this to the man at backward point, and there is no run. Marlon, what do you think about Siraj bowling?
Well, he's going to be the target mainly of the Australian batters.
Okay. As I said, as soon as your feet come back, you tell me. Go ahead, Bobby, with your comment.
Yeah, if you ask me, I wouldn't do that right now because, the game is going right now. And if Head is supposed to get out right now, I think it's going to be very difficult.
That was a slower delivery from Siraj. He allows it to go through to the keeper. There is no run. 87 for 3 after 3 deliveries by Siraj. So he has not started badly here. We are in over number 17, 87 for 3. But he has bowled his first 2 deliveries with some pace, but that one was a slower delivery. Christopher Bristol is saying Australia winning easy as Ed Seckers. Siraj over the wicket to Head, and Head cuts away. Beat backward point. It goes into the boundary for 4 ball. That was a good shot by Head. That is Head's zone. Right there outside the arch stump shot. If you ask Head where he would love a bowler to bowl to him, that's where he's going to tell them. Right there, and it was there. And he cuts it away. Down to backward point for 4. Head moves up to 40. Lovely shot there, Marlon.
Indeed, class. That's his favorite spot. He'll always score boundaries when the ball is pitched there.
Yes. He's on 39, in fact. 91 for 3. He pulls high in the air. Let's see what will happen. Oh, drop short of the fielder. Way short, probably 10 meters. I thought it was much closer to the fielder. Head moves up now to 40. And the score is 92 for 3 in over number 17. 1 to come in over number 17. Bobby, we have seen where the Australian team look more aggressive since Siraj start bowling.
Yeah, they definitely was waiting on him. They know he would bowl. So they was waiting on him. They have time. They have, the run rate in balance. So I guess they're just trying to push it up to make it easy.
Over the wicket, ball to Labuschagne, tucks it off his hip down to fine leg for a single at the end of the over. 94 for 3. Labuschagne on 10, Edis on 40. 6 runs off Siraj, first over. What do you think about that over, Marlon?
Very decent over for the Australians team. Head moves to 40 from 47.
Thank you. Bobby, Calvin Sanders is saying India will win by 5 runs. Do you see that prediction coming through?
I see that prediction coming. It's going to be a thriller. It is going to be a thriller.
Well, Marlon, Mr. Beer is saying too soon to tell because the man don't start bat yet. Is he referring to Maxwell, Marlon? He's saying that it's too soon to tell because Maxwell doesn't start bat yet. What do you think? It's too soon to call a winner?
Never Marlon? Too early. Never too late. Never too late.
Okay.
Maxwell didn't score any runs in the last game, so coming off a double century, and then the other game didn't score any runs, so he will be looking to score runs in these crucial finals as well. But game is a glorious game of uncertainty.
Okay, very good. So you're expecting that Maxwell will come good today. Bobby, yes, Kamara, your good friend, is saying that a lot of cricket to play today. Watch out. We agree with that. Don't you agree with that, Bobby?
Yeah, a lot of cricket to play. I mean, you should remember, I said India is going to win, but I'm still a neutral.
Yeah, yes. And, you said it right, because I have always predicted Australia to win. And that was my prediction from day one, that Australia will win the tournament. And I stick by that prediction. But in the grand scheme of things, I do not have an issue with India winning.
Yes.
You know, I had no issue with India winning. It would be fine with me also. But after an analysis of everything that was going on, my analysts tell me that Australia was going to win, even though at one stage they were last in the tournament, and many persons were saying that they won't even make the semifinals. But I always think that Australia was going to win. So let's hope, for my prediction's sake, I hope they win. But if India should win, I do not have an issue. Originally, Marlon, who do you thought were going to win this tournament?
Well, from the beginning, my thought was India, but actually, at the present moment, Australia is on the front foot.
Yeah, Bobby. Bobby, here's Christopher Bristol. Your friend is saying that Australia winning, there'll be no thriller here, Bobby.
Yeah, if Travis Head goes, then we will see. Remember, it's still 50 odd runs left.
But remember that Mr. Beer is saying that the man don't bat yet.
Maxwell.
Yes. So
I want to tell Mr. Beer something. Before the World Cup and these flat pitches, Maxwell was averaging 23. The same thing as Rahman Powell in over 100 games.
But that's a good sign then. That means that Maxwell is tuning nicely into form. And Ken Rice submitted saying, hardly hearing Marlon. Marlon, one of the persons in the community saying that they're hardly hearing you. You're talking too low. And Christopher Bristol said that Maxwell don't need to bat 241 for 3. I love that, Christopher Bristol. I love that. Exactly, Christopher Bristol. I hope that Maxwell doesn't bat. You know, I really hope that Maxwell doesn't bat. Remember, Marlon, as soon as your feet come back, just let us know. So, boom, Kuldeep, you have to continue. 3 overs for 16 runs so far. He'll be bowling to Travis Head. So, there's a short fine leg, a backward square leg, and a wideish mid-on or a straight mid-wicket. Also, however you want to term it. He's over the wicket, ball to Labuschagne who defends. And we usually see at these drinks break that there's usually a wicket. I hope it doesn't happen in this case. 93 for 3. Labuschagne is on 10. Yadav is going to go around the wicket. So there's a short third man. There's 6 inside the circle. This is good from India. They are preventing the singers. Ball to Labuschagne again on his pad, and he turns this to the man at short, fine leg. He should have done better there. He should have picked the gap there. That was not good at all. Definitely not good at all from Labuschagne just now. He should have picked the gap. 93 for 3. So, interestingly, India is keeping 6 in the circles. Yadav tosses the ball from Antoine into Labuschagne, who turned this into the onside. He picks the gap this time down to the fielder coming off the boundary. They go through for a single. 94 now for 3. Labuschagne moves up now to 11. Travis Head comes back into strike. He's on 40. We are in over number 18. It has been bowled by Kuldeep Yadav. So there's 5 inside the circle for Head now. As Yadav over the wicket, bowl to Head on his pad. He whips this to the man at short mid-wicket. That is the captain, Rohit Sharma. There is no run. 94 for 3. Welcome back, Bobby. You got a phone call there, it looks like, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. As the spinners go through the overs quickly, I will bring in you guys at the end of the over. Bowl to Head, and he drives, beat the inner circle. It goes down to the field on the boundary. They go through for 1. The score ticked over to 95. I love how Australia is doing this. It reminds me of that 1996 World Cup semi-finals against the West Indies, when I think it was MARQUEE, I don't remember who was the other batsman, and they just tick it over, although they were chasing a big total made by the West Indies. When Richie Richardson just set the field too deep and they were able to just tick it over. Labuschagne defend the final delivery of Kuldeep Yadav over. That was his fourth. 18 guard, 95 for 3. Marlon, your comments?
Australia really batting easy, playing sensible cricket at the moment, rotating the strikers now. And that at the end of the day, once they play the cricket like that, they're always be victors.
Very good. Bobby?
Yeah, I think India know what Australia is going to do, especially with Manus. If you ask me, I would tell Siraj to bowl some bouncers at Travis Head.
Oh, so you'll go short. I love that tactics. You will go short to Travis Head.
Yeah, I saw the English did it to him in the Ashes, and it worked to perfection. So that's what I would do, especially with Siraj pace.
Thank you for the update, Ken Rice Smith. So Ireland Academy is 52 for 5 versus the West Indies Academy. Marlon, blessing everyone. Look on in. Thank you, Philip. Vern Jacobs, welcome to the show. Siraj round the wicket to Ed, and he plays that down to mid-off, and there is no run. Good morning, Vern. The only reason India is undefeated is because they didn't have to play West Indies. Is that so, Marlon?
Could never be so.
I believe so, Vern. I believe so, Vern. Just beat them, Vern. I believe so.
We just beat them in a series, don't?
Yeah, but we just beat them up.
Siraj round the wicket, ball to Ed, and he slashed this away down to the field and the cover boundary. Great intent there from the Australian batsman. He moved up to 42. Labuschagne and 11 comes into strike, 96 for 3. Thank you for that laugh. We really appreciate that laugh. Vern Jacobs, welcome to the show. So you believe so? You believe so, Bobby?
Yeah, man, I believe so. But
Marlon, you do not believe so?
Not at all, sir.
It's good to have difference of opinion. In fact, I'm glad that both of you don't agree, because I wouldn't want both of you to agree. Good, solid defensive stroke there by Labuschagne down to mid-on, and there's no run, 96 for 3. Thank you for that. So let's see. Because a pace bowler is bowling, we can go through more of the comments. Let's see. At this stage, it's Australia game to lose. Do you agree with that, Marlon?
Indeed, I do agree, sir. Australia is way in the driving seat at the current moment.
Bobby, there's your good friend Kemar. You can read his comment and reply to it. As Siraj over the wicket, ball to Manus Labuschagne, who's defends, and look at that. That is what I want to see our West Indies batsmen do. He just allows the ball to come to him. He slackens his wrist and just drop it almost in front of him. It goes away from him a little, but it was so slow that they go through for the single, brings up the 50 partnership. And at this stage, Australia is really batting good. Bobby, what do you have?
The difference with Manus, I mean, he's a very good test batter, and for some reason, the West Indies 50 over team is full of 20-20 batters who does not possess that skill. So, there's that.
Siraj ball to head, short, and he pulls this away. Down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, has to move to his right, but he limits it to 1. 98 for 3. 1 to come in over number 19.
Yeah, I think now my feed is faster than yours. You're going to see what Manus does, and I think that is what you're asking for.
Okay. Let's wait and see. That's good, Bobby, that you're finally ahead of us, so then you can really comment that you can really comment now after the commentary. Let's watch. Siraj bowl to Manus Labuschagne, and again, yes, Bobby, and that's what he did about 2 deliveries ago also. He just dab it down, just allowing the ball to come to him and just dabbing it down and just using the wrist, just cushioning the stroke. 99 for 3 at the end of the over. Marlon, do you agree that Manus is batting very well?
Indeed, he's batting really well. Experience, they're ahead of the game. They don't have to do anything rash. Simple, basic cricket, and that's what he's doing at the present moment.
Yeah, Bobby, Tyrone is saying that these Australians know how to play in a final. I agree with you, Tyrone. Bobby, what's your comment?
I believe that. And if I was a betting man, I wouldn't want Australia to play. I wouldn't want to play Australia in the final.
You don't want to?
Definitely, my bro.
So Kuldeep, a long discussion here between. Let's see what Kemar is saying. Good point, Bobby. Going short to head wouldn't be a bad idea. So Kemar, you can only come up with these statics after someone else said, Kemar. Tyrone is saying, I cannot remember India being bowled out in this World Cup, but in the final they were bowled out for 241. They were bowled
Yeah,
out
man.
for 241, I think, against England, wasn't it so?
I think it was 221 or something like that against England. England bowled them out.
Okay, the good drive there by Labachane. He came on the front foot and he strokes that elegantly down to long off for a single. Brought up the Australian 100. So Labachane is on 14. Ed is on 43 as Ed comes back into strike. Yadav, Kuldeep Yadav. I think the Jew is setting in. This pitch is really playing easier now. He just opened the face of the bat and trying to beat the man at backward point. And this is the exact reason why I would have bat Labachane ahead of Marsh and bat him at number 3, and probably Australia would have just been 1 wicket down. On the back foot, and he just caresses that down to the field and the cover boundary. I'll get you in at the end of the over. When the spinner is bowling, you comes in at the end of the over because the spinner turn around very shortly. 101 for 3 now. Labachane is on 14. Ed is on 46. 19.3 overs have been bowled so far. As we watch as he comes in now over the wicket, bowled to Labachane. Labachane beaten outside the half stump. That's the googly. So the right arm Mr. Spinner bowling is googly. Back of the man, Chinaman, googly bowler. That was his googly. That was not the leg spinner turning into Labachane as he expected. That one leaves him. Good ball by Kuldeep, and it gives Labachane something more to think about. Kuldeep Yadav ball to Labachane off the back foot. Beat the inner circle. Work for the man to do. And the cover boundary gone to good stop there. They gone for 1. They come back for the second. That's all they will get. The score moves up to 103 for 3. One delivery to come in over number 20. Good work there by the man and the cover boundary. Good clean pickup. That looks to be Sher's Aya. And he sends the returning Yadav over the wicket. Bowls to Labachane. And Labachane just tucked this into the onside. Beat Kohli at sharp mid wicket at the end of the over. 104 for 3. Coming Bobby.
Yeah, I never understood why Manus, if you're gonna have him in this team, why is he batting this low when Marsh, can accelerate much faster than him?
Yes, Marlon, what are your thoughts on Labachane batting so low?
Indeed, I second on what Earl just said. I think he should be batting a bit earlier in the team.
Yes. You agree with, I guess both of you agree with Tyrone. He's saying that solid batting there?
Yeah, man, proper batting. No rush shot, not even from Head, who is a bit aggressive. Just playing proper, waiting for the bad balls, dispatching the bad balls. I wish the academy wasn't playing so they could actually watch.
That's a good point to make, And during this over, something came to me last night, so I'll have time to talk about it. Siraj now bowls to Labachane and he drives down to the man at mid-off and there is no run. I was saying to myself, it's the academy, it's the youngsters. Shouldn't they be watching this match? Shouldn't be that's like a policy position that those youngsters be watching this match?
They should.
That's what I believe. They should. Marlon, do you think that they should be watching this match?
Definitely, Sir Brown.
Siraj over the wicket, ball to Labachane, and Labachane again, just allowing the ball to come to him and dab it down in that Joe Root fashion in the region of backward point, short third man. They go through for another single. 105 now for 3. So Ed is on 44. Labachane is on 18. They are really playing this well. I love how they are playing this. It's a lot of overs remaining in the match. But at this stage, Australia just seem to just be doing the right thing at this moment. Ian is saying that Opsy. Ian, could you elaborate some more? Tyrone. And he pulls this away down to mid-wicket into the boundary for 4. He moves up to 48. That's Travis said. So they have gone short to him, Bobby, and he pulls it away. Lovely shot, Bobby.
Yeah, they've gone short, but I think Siraj gave him too much width to work with. Because of his stance, you got to put it, right next to his blind spot where he cannot really see it.
Yeah, I think it was just too. He needs to get it higher. He needs to
Yeah, and
aim
higher.
for the badge. When you're
Yeah.
bowling those short ball, again he bowls to you and he pulls down to mid wicket. So it looks like they're going to try and bump head out here. He moves up to 49. Marlon, was that bouncer too low for Travis Head?
Yeah, you need to get it in his eyesight there. Once you shot to Travis said he's no nonsense player. So once you shot give him room, he's gonna score easily any day of the week.
So Tyrone Parjan is agreeing with us. Bowl to Labachain, who strokes this down to mid-off. There is no run. 110 for 3. He's agreeing with us, Bobby. Ian?
Yeah, I mean,
Bobby, open psychologists waiting out there for when this match is over. Very good point, Ian. And you remember that I made that point during the CPL about the Guyanas. Very good point. Very, very good point, Ian. What do you think about that point, Marlon? Bobby?
who are the psychologists waiting on? India?
Turns this away into the onside and there is no run. That's the end of over number 21. So, yeah, so what I think what Ian is saying is that all of India think that it's a foregone conclusion that India was going to win. You know? And so he's saying that if India doesn't win, I hope that there are measures put in place to really deal with the mental pressure. Because you see, Mr. Casanova, somebody like Mr. Casanova is very passionate. Very passionate. He's bringing Australia to win. And I'm telling you, if Australia doesn't win, Mr. Casanova probably doesn't eat any dinner. That's the type of person he is. When West Indies lose, Mr. Casanova is distraught. So is Ian making a good point that measures should be put in place should in case India lose?
Yeah, I mean, the Indians before the World Cup, you know, they thought they won it before the World Cup even started.
Definitely.
Yes.
So with what they were doing in the World Cup, yeah, the crowd is silent.
Yeah. Marlon, what do you think?
Basically, I think India before the World Cup, as mentioned before, thought they have it all in their bag.
Yes, they did. I really think so too. So Merrick is agreeing with us that that's Travis Head 50 as he punched that one through the covers and it goes down to the fielder on the cover boundary. 111 for 3. They're on Nelson. But the Australian bogey figure is 13 less the 100. So they would have passed that already. Ball to Labachain. Edge down to the boundary for 4. He edges that. Kuldeep with the googly again. Labachain was on the back foot looking to cut edge and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Lucky Bobby.
Very lucky.
Marlon, what do you think about that shot?
Well, lucky is a word, but 4 runs nonetheless to the Australians team. It puts them 4 runs closer to the target.
Okay. As he comes in now, ball to Labachain looks to drive inner edge into his foot. We're coming to you very shortly, Andre. At the end of this over, you pick up the commentary from me, and you 3 guys will be on the show for a while. I will not be here, so I hope you keep the commentary running. Somebody should always, we do not want to have any downtime, no airtime, downtime. So somebody should always be saying something. He drives down to long on for a single. 116 now for 3. 1 to coming over number 22. It's bowled by Kuldeep Yadav. The pitch is playing much better. So at this stage, right now, Pat Cummins' decision to bat up to bowl after winning the toss, looking to be a genius decision. Yadav comes in. Bowl to head and Ed just strokes this down to long on for another single. At the end of the over, Labachain is on 23. Travis Head is on 51. Australia 117 for 3. Bobby, over to you, and then Andre for the live commentary.
Yeah, with that edge, I don't know why India was so defensive. It's not a big score. They should have a slip.
Exactly. You need wickets at the moment to win the game. So you need a slip in.
Especially with a leg spinner.
Right.
And gentlemen, please remember to pay attention on the comments as I put them on the screen. You please, especially at the end of the over and when the fast bowler is bowling, please remember to pay attention to the comment.
Okay, it's Jadeja. It's the 23rd over. 119 for 3. Australia with a 73% chance of victory. Jadeja turns over around the wicket, ball to head, and head is just playing that one off the back foot to the man at the long off boundary for an easy single. The score moves on to 120 for 3 from 22.3 overs.
Kenny Smith is saying that he can understand why Warner and Marsh going hard at the power play.
Jadeja
And
bowls
Marsh,
to Manus, and it's a quick single. The fire is at the strike end, but they were quickly through for a single. Score moves on to 121 for 3. Yes, please continue.
and Shane is setting things down. So what Kenny Smith is saying, he know Warner and Marsh is an aggressive player by nature, but at the moment Labashine is a more capable player of pushing the ball around and setting things
Quite so,
down.
quite so. Jadeja around the wicket, bowl to Travis said, and just pushing that one to the man at the short cover area, and the score means at 121 for 3.
Yeah, so at the end of the over.
And there's Travis said, just playing that one to the man at long on boundary for single 122 for 3 at the end of the 23 overs. And Australia seem to be in charge right here. And India desperately need a wicket, need a few wickets if they are to get back into this game.
Yeah, I think what Kemar is saying, these two seems as if they make up their mind to finish the job themselves, but there is another twist in this. Well, the longer they bat, especially with somebody like Marnus, I think it's the harder to out him. So
yeah, they seem quite subtle now. And here comes the danger man, Mohammad Shami, the man who has taken the most wickets in the tournament, the man who seemed to have the golden arm. Let us see what tricks he have left in his hat. They're gonna need Shami to come and bowl really, really well here now. Because they desperately need of a few wickets. Let us see what Shami is
Definitely.
up to. He's at the top of his mark. He'll be coming in around the wicket to bowl to Travis Head. Mohammad Shami rubs the ball vigorously on his trousers. The crowd is trying to jeer him up somewhat. Shami around the wicket, bowl to Travis Head. He's hitting that one over there. One bounce for 4 runs. Magnificent shot there from Travis Head. And Travis Head is now
glorious.
looking supremely confident. The score moves on to 126 for 3. And there we have some very despondent looking, very dejected looking spectators.
I think the Indians are running to the bathroom now.
Definitely. I mentioned before, once you give shall we say, any free space is going to score. He's an aggressive player by
Travis
nature.
Head settles. Shami bowls to him and he covers up right to the man of short cover. It doesn't get around. The score means at 126 for 3. And gentlemen, it seems that the pitch has gotten a bit easier for batting in the second innings. It seems that the ball is coming on, much easier than in the first innings. And the Australians are able to better play their stroke.
Yeah.
What you can see earlier this morning, the pitch had a bit of moisture, but now the pitch dry and flattened out. So Australia has a better part of the wicket to bat on.
Yeah, it was quite it seems to be a genius of a stroke on the part of Pat Cummins. And here's Shami around the wicket, bowl to Travis said, who covers that one, places the man at the backward point area. The score means at 126 for 3. Yes.
Yeah, India, they haven't really been good at setting totals. So I think maybe Cummins was looking at that as well. I would always put in India to bat.
And probably looking at the fact that the wicket probably will get easier under the lights. It comes on to the bat much better. Shami comes in around the wicket. Both Travis said he's trying to pull that one. It gets to the man of that short square leg area and they go through for a single. The score moves on to 127 for 3. Travis said moves on to 59. Yes, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, Travis Head is looking really comfortable right now. Doesn't seem to be bothered. Picking his shots, doing very well. Indians are looking
Definitely.
very distressed.
Indeed, indeed. And Shami into his 6th over. He'll be bowling to
Everybody.
Labashane. Bowling to Manus. Shami at the top of his mark.
So Mr. Casanova is saying India is too
He's
cocky and
on the
boastful.
way. Over the wicket. Bowl to Manus. Manus just covers at one. Right to the man at short mid wicket. It doesn't get a run. The score remains at 127 for 3. Manus Labashane remains at 25 from 49 deliveries. And, you know, as the match progresses and the more and more these two bats, is more stress that the Indians will actually come under.
Well, they are under some amount of stress currently.
Yes.
So as the game progresses, it could be worse.
Shami over the wicket, bowl to Manus, he covers up, doesn't get a run, and that's the end of the over. The end of the 24th over. Australia moves on to 127 for 3. Travis said on 59, and Manus Abashani on 25 from 50. Over to you, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, every time people tell me about the big scores, the big scores, the big scores, the big scores, I tell them, listen, those were flat pitches. The final is not gonna be like that. The final is gonna be challenging, and I love it. I love it. You know, I think the Indians, they thought, you know, making this wicket, the Australians would fall off, but you know, it's very good from Travis Head and Manus.
You're very good indeed.
Very decent partnership thus far. Holding things together for the Aussies.
But I think India was 30 run short though.
Yes, yes. I said
I
it earlier.
think.
They're probably 32. Yeah, around 30 runs short. Oh, those Indian faces! Look at those. Look at those faces, looking quite grim.
Oh my.
Jadeja will start the 25th over to bowl to Head. He's going to
Remember
come
the
around the
comments.
wicket,
Remember the
around
comments.
around the
Remember we
wicket,
are a
bowl to Head.
community.
Oh, that spun sharply and that one down to the third man
Ooh.
area, into the third man boundary for 4 runs. And there's another 4 runs closer to victory, 4 runs closer to the lifting of the 6th world title for Australians.
Remember
Still
the
no slip.
comments. Remember the comments, gentlemen. Remember we are a community and everyone is participating. We cannot ignore the comments, gentlemen, please.
Right. Jadeja in bowl to Travis said was back. Turns that one to the short mid-wicket area. They don't get around. The score means at 131 for 3. Yeah, Mr. Casanova said the ball very wet, so it's so that the dew factor kicking in and will affect the finger spinners, and that is quite so. You know, that is seemed to have been the case. You know, you don't see much purchase from the spinners, and you know it seemed to be having some effect on the outcome. Jadeja around the wicket, bowl to Manus, who covers that one up into the cover area. They go through for a single. The score moves on to 133 for 3.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really see them wiping down the ball a lot.
That's definitely gotten easy for batting though. Jadeja around the wicket, and there's Travis said just punching that one to the cover boundary. Man on the cover boundary. They take off for a single. Score moves on to 134 for 3. And the Australians are doing it very, very easily now.
Definitely.
So
Head
time
and Love
for
Machine just do it all on their own. Simple basic cricket.
Yeah. Tyrone says if India lose, watch our outhouses are going to go up in flames. Is war.
India.
One thing I know, it will be it will be, it will be big disappointment if India should lose, and at this point in time, Australia seem to be very much on their way to victory. Just needed a further 106 runs from 25 overs.
So yeah, Mr. Ian. So I mean, he said India depends on Kohli too much. Yeah, I think Rohit was very, very, very irresponsible in his batting. He's saying they're going hard, but I think it's the final. You are the captain. You should be there.
Yeah, I think he was so over reliant. He was probably thinking that the other batters could come and do the job.
Yeah.
Good day,
Well,
all.
one thing for
India
sure
is in
though.
trouble. That is quite so frank.
One thing for
And
sure
there's
though.
Manus driving that magnificently for four. There was Shami over pitching that one, and Manus onto the front foot, driving that one through the cover era into the boundary for 4 runs. The score moves on to 139 for 3.
Lovely shot there. Classy shot there by the man. Showing his class. And this 4 runs closer towards the victory total of the Australia team.
Yeah, and Indians are really feeling the pressure here right now. They're really feeling the pinch. And Shami over the wicket, ball to Manus, who covers up right into the looking really, really solid there is Manus Labashani into the cover area. They don't get a single. The score means at 139 for 3.
There's an Indian fan covering her face. She does not want to see. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Wait till Australia reach 200.
So another 102 runs required from 146 legal deliveries.
Right. Here is Mohammed Shami. Turns on his way to bowl to Manus Labashani, who covers up that one. Turn to the short mid wicket area. They don't get a run. The score remains at 139 for 3 from 25.3 overs. And Shami, I think Shami has bowled, although he has got no wicket, I don't think, probably is the poorest he has bowled all tournament. His line has been all over the shop. He has been over pitching for the most part. So I don't think he has been a very, very poor spell from Mohammed Shami today.
I think it's the pressure. He knew he did not have any runs to work with. So I think that was just it, and he tried to overdo it.
There's Shami bowling to Manus, who's just covering up. He has all the time in the world. He doesn't need to rush it. Covering up, playing that one to the man on the mid-off area. They don't go through for a single. The score remains at 139 for 3 from 25.4 overs. And Australians now, they're very much in charge, very large and in charge in Ahmedabad.
Definitely they are.
Shami at the top of his mark. He turns. He's on his way now into bowl to Labashan. In passes the wicket ball. And there he's pulling that one. It falls way, way short of the man on the fine leg boundary. They go through for a single. The score moves to 140 for 3. There's a lot of hands on the head of the Indian spectator. They know that this is really getting away from them now. And they're really, really feeling the pinch. It's all pressure from the 120,000 fans along with the 11 Indian fielders.
Yeah, so Frank Kwame said, good morning, good day. All India is in trouble. Yes, indeed, Mr. Frank. India is in big trouble.
And Shami,
definitely they are in big trouble.
Yeah, Shami to bowl the final ball of the 26th over. He turns on his way around the wicket to bowl to Travis Head. And Head is pulling that one magnificent shot. Way in the backward square leg area for 4 runs. Lovely shot there by Travis Head. And there was Shami bowling short, and Travis Head just pulling that one in the backward square leg area for 4 lovely runs.
9
score
from the
moves on to
over.
144 for 4. For 3,
So
sorry.
the Australian target now has now gone below 100 runs. And this is always a critical milestone. Tyrone, it would be good if we could show the match live, but because of copyrights, we cannot show the match. We just can talk about it, Tyrone. So I'm very sorry. I would be really, really delighted to being able to show it live. And Mr. Beer is saying the ball coming onto the bat much better now. Yes, the dew is taking its effect. And Simple Drew is saying, I said a while ago that Australia is going to win with wickets in hand. You did say so, and at this stage, they are really playing very well. And for my sake, for my prediction, I think Christopher Bristol was the one who said that they are not going to lose any more wickets. I hope that prediction come true. Indeed, batting seemed very easy. And Kemar Williams is saying, hiding behind his keyboard still, I think I sent him the link. Did India panic when they give Shami the new ball instead of Suraj? The question that I want to ask you, gentlemen, if
Jadeja ball to Manus. Manus is forward, plays that in the short cover area. They don't get a run. The score means at 144 for 3. The start of over number 27.
If India lose this match, would you consider that they choke?
Yes.
I'll probably think that I would probably consider it being a choke, because they were overwhelming favorites. They have not lost a match all tournament, and they were very much overwhelming favorites coming into the match. I would consider it a choke.
But it's always been in the right in going into a competition. Once you don't lose in a game, the final you will lose most of the time. But let's see.
Jadeja
I think
tosses the ball from hand to hand. 145 for 3. Around the wicket, both to Travis said, and it is just forward, playing that into the cover area. They go through for a quick single. The score moves on to 146 for 3. Travis said moves on to 70. And Australia, they are doing this very easily now. Just 95 runs needed for victory. Jadeja turns around the wicket, both to Marnus. Marnus is just pushing that one to the cover. An easy single taken. Moving on to 147 for 3. And there's Australia now, doing it very, very easily. They're very much in charge here at Ahmedabad.
So the partnership is 100. 100 partnership comes up.
Oh, yes. And very well done to these two.
Definitely.
And there's Travis said, on the back foot, rocking and just hitting that one past the man at cover for an easy single. The score moves on to 148 for 3 at the end of over number 27. Gentlemen, over to you.
yes, and just to my West Indian fans, West Indies Academy have Ireland Academy at 91 for 7.
Okay, so Simple Drew is saying that Australia is well on their way to victory. Marlon, you're ready to give us a few over live commentary now, Marlon?
At the feed, me have me just watch the ball by ball. We can't really see the
Okay,
live commentary part of it.
got you. It was a very good decision to put in India. I think you want to say. You are getting so nervous now that Kemar Williams, so that you are getting it all mixed up. In fact, I said in the game that Australia best chance is to put in India and get some top order. Winston King is saying that who is against Australia now? The crowd is quiet, and that's where Australia want to keep them. And you remember that comment from this captain yesterday. I'm going to play. Yeah, the game is slipping away from India, and the crowd knows it. Suicide watch is on the table now. Do you believe so, gentlemen? Gentlemen, again, I ask you.
Oh, there's a magnificent shot there by Travis said, just flicking Bumrah nonchalantly into the square leg area, into the middle wicket area for 4 runs. Magnificent shot there by Travis said, and Travis said is now looking supreme.
Gentlemen, again, I ask you, please pay attention to the comment.
Yes. The game is slipping away from India, and the crowd knows it's suicide watch on. Very interesting comment there. Here is Jasper Bumrah around the wicket to both to Travis said. And he's hitting that one back to the bowler who got a finger onto it, but I don't
Marnus
think
is in. Marnus is in, yeah. Marnus is in. He never left.
No.
Australia to win this one easily. Adrian Levy. At this moment, yes. But 2 quick wickets, and it's a different thing.
Yeah, Jasper Bumrah, I think will have to be the man right here. He's the man who'll have to get some quick wicket. And here he's coming around the wicket to both to Travis said. Turns both to Travis said, who's driving that one. Magnificent shot. Oh, lovely shot there by Travis said for 4 runs. And Travis said now he's taking on Jasper Bumrah. He's really, really confident now. The score moves on to 156 for 3. Australia just need a further 85 runs for victory.
That was nasty from Travis said.
Indeed.
I just love straight drive. I love straight drive. More than cover drive.
I've always
think straight drive is more beautiful than cover drive.
It's a lovely shot there by Travis said. And Kemar since I hear a flat pitch bully. I wouldn't really say so, but here is Jasper Bumrah. And Travis said he's just hitting that one to the man on the cover boundary. They go through for a single. Travis said moves on to 80. The score moves on to 157 for 3. And there is Kohli looking quite dejected. The rest of the Indian team looking dejected. This is slipping away from them.
So do you think Sharma will retire if India lose?
I think that's very much on the cards, because Sharma is probably going way into his 30s. There's no need for him to really wait around. Here's Bumrah over the wicket, ball to was a lot of appeal for LBW, but that one seems to be slipping down the leg side. They go through for a leg by, but Rohit Sharma belatedly called for the review.
He has no other choice. I would.
No.
I would.
At this moment, you need a wicket, so
Yeah, but I think that one is going down the leg,
Is there some DRS magic about to happen now? You remember the Nicholas Pooran dismissal in Australia? Are we going to have some DRS magic at this?
I doubt it very, very, very much. Let us see. Definitely going down the leg side. That seems to be going way down the leg side, missing leg stump. But let us see.
Travis said he's on 80 from 78 deliveries. And Labashine is on 35.
Comments, please. Comments, gentlemen.
Yeah, the wicket change making it easier for Australia by Mr. Beer. Yes, Mr. Beer, it has definitely gotten easier for batting in the second half of the match, without a doubt.
Good luck, guys. Australia, you are well set. Stay calm.
Not out.
Simply Joe.
Umpire's call. It's not out. Umpire's call.
Oh, yes, it's much closer than I thought. Yeah, not out. Umpire's call.
Yeah, it was close to me. Yeah. So I mean, India did not lose.
And it is umpire Richard Kettleborough who is the omen for the Indians. Every time, as I said before, every time this man umpires in a game in which Indian is a semi-final or final, the India loses. So this is a bogeyman for the Indians. I'm sure that they did not want to see this man into any more semi-finals or finals in which they play.
The India's spectators soon start walk out the stadium.
I can't believe their luck. Mr. Casanova says what? The Indians spectators, oh yeah, soon start walking out. Can Boomer find any magic? Let us see. We have a long on, a deep mid-off, a man on the short mid-wicket area, short cover. I think he's bringing in the third man. Here is Jasprit Bumrah around the wicket to bowl to Travis Head. Passes umpire now, bowl to the head, and it is pulling that one viciously behind square. 4 more runs for Travis Head. Magnificent shot by Travis Head, and there was Jasprit Bumrah dropping that one short, and Travis Head pulling that one behind square leg for 4. Score moves on to 162 for 3.
Mr. Beer is seeing a lot of belly pain in India at the moment.
Tyrone.
4 more runs. A better effort was needed there from Iyer though. He should have dived. He should have dived at that ball. That was very, very poor on the part of Shreyas Iyer.
One thing for sure, Travis Head, once you give him any free hit, he's gonna score. And he's doing
Yes,
that
he
just
loves
now.
it short.
For
Whether
that
outside
hit.
the off stump, anything short, he's gonna go after.
So Tyrone
Definitely.
Parjan says, once you get the first top 4 of India batsmen out early, they don't go on to score big scores. Yeah.
That is true. Tested and
Like I said,
proven.
I thought it was irresponsible of Rohit Sharma to play in the way he played. He played as if
As
he
the
was playing a
captain.
T20 match.
Here is Jadeja.
As the captain, you expect him to lead from the front.
Around the wicket, bowl to Manus, who was just driving that one just nonchalantly to the long off fielder for singles. The score moves on to 164 for 3. And Australians, they are doing it pretty easily now. They just need a further 78 runs for victory.
Winston King. I love it. India were too arrogant. Even the commentators were getting out their skin with their condensing comments.
There was Travis said driving that one to the man at the long on boundary for an easy single. He moves on to 85. The score moves on by 1 to 164 for 3. Jadeja bowls to Marnus, who just covering up, plays the man at the short cover area, and they don't go through for a run. Jadeja bowls once more, and he plays to the man at the short cover area. It's very, very, they don't need to do anything rash right now. Just need to play each ball on its merit.
Definitely.
Jadeja around the wicket, bowl to Marnus, covers up once more, plays to the man at the long off area for it. They go through for an easy single. The score moves on to 166 for 3.
So
After
Gerard
8.5
needs.
overs.
We'll get to this comment after the over.
Yes. Jadeja ball to Travis said he plays that one back to Jadeja on the pitch. The end of over number 29. The score is at 165 for 3. Travis said on 85 runs and Marnus Labashani on 36 runs. Over to you, gentlemen.
Yes, so Gerard Mead is saying Labashane is playing the role I expected Smith to play, but he is just as capable. And yes, Gerard, that is why he's in the team. They are both anchors in the team. And I hear a lot of talking going around that you don't need anchors in 50 overs anymore and blue blase, but I still believe you still need at least 2 capable batsmen in your top 7, I would say, because nowadays keepers are batting high. So you still need at least 2 batters, and Marnus is showing why.
Definitely, I support you on that.
There is Bumrah over the wicket, bowl to Marnus. Marnus is covering up. Plays to the man at the backward point here. They don't get a run. The score means at 165 for 3. What is Winston saying? Yes, India did panic because they knew it was a below par score.
It could be.
Yeah. And
Another
Taru says
76 runs.
these 2 Australian batsmen are well set. They are seeing the ball like a football. Yes, like a football, as big as a breadfruit. They're doing it really, really well here. And here is
Easy.
Jasprit Bumrah to bowl the second ball of the 30th over. Oh, he's driving that one loose. There's man, just flirting with danger. It goes to the keeper. The score remains at 165 for 3.
So just 76 runs for victory for the Aussies and 124 legal deliveries. So that's with 7 wickets in hand.
Yeah,
So the
they're doing it
Aussies
quite easily here.
on the front foot.
Jasprit Bumrah now passes the umpire, bowl to Marnus. Marnus is just playing that one to the man on the square leg boundary. They go through for an easy single. The score moves on by 1 to 167 for 3 in over number 30.
These 2 Australia's batters are doing it quite easy at the moment. It's like taking a candy from a baby at the present moment for the Aussies.
Yes. And the Indian fans, they're there as
A
quiet
lot
as a
of
lamb.
panic in faces over there.
Yeah, waiting for a miracle to happen.
No more arrogance.
Here is Jasprit
Christopher
Bumrah around the wicket.
Bristol.
Bowl to that's a brilliant Yorker from Jasprit Bumrah to Travis said, where he digs it out into the cover and they go through for a quick single. The score moves on to 1 by 1 to 167 for 3. Travis said moves on to 86 runs.
Yeah, it was a beautiful Yorker, but Travis Head looks 100% in control.
Oh yes, indeed.
He even got a run.
Christopher Bristol is saying, I told you before, Labashane is very dangerous.
Yeah,
Can I
man,
ask you a
we
question,
know
Jim?
Labashane is dangerous.
Here is
New
Jasprit
tone
Bumrah
style,
over
eh?
the wicket to bowl to Marnus. And Marnus is just covering up to the man in the cover area. He doesn't get a run. And Marnus, I mean, a lot of credit must be given to Marnus Labashani here. He plays, he gives really good support to Travis said. He's playing the anchor role really, really well. And he doesn't need to. He's scoring just about a strike rate of around, a little
60.
under, just a little over 50. But he has played his part and he has done really, really well.
I mean, and that's his role. That's his job.
Right.
You know.
Here is Bumrah bowling a bounce and there was Marnus Labashani's ducks underneath it. The end of over number 30. At the end of over number 30, the Australia chasing 241 for victory. They're 167 for 3. Travis said on 86 runs and Labashani on 37 runs.
Thank you, Andre. So you can take a 5-over break and come back for the start of the 36 over. I will go through the next 5 over. You're
All
doing
right.
a great job. So come back at the start at the 36 over. At the
Okay.
end of the 35th over, and you'll pick it up from the 36 over.
Right, sure.
Good. So thank Andre again as we welcome back to the cricket. Welcome back to everyone. And Winston King said Travis Head is the key. If he bat through the overs, Australia will win in a landslide. And that is very important. And Mr. Beer is saying that the fat lady is tuning up. Oh, I don't want her to tune up as yet, Mr. Beer. I just want to hold it back a little. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you very much, Frank. We appreciate it. Those sentiments always motivate us. And Winston King is saying Sharma will not retire, but he will no longer be the captain. Very interesting, because when they got rid of Kohli and they also get rid of Ganguly, it was Ganguly who was supporting Sharma. But maybe he will stay on for the T20 World Cup coming up in the Caribbean next year. So maybe he will stay on for that.
I'm wondering if Sharma is gonna do Ben Stokes.
Yeah, more than likely. I think he's going to do a Ben Stokes and concentrate on Test cricket and T20 cricket. More than likely. Rohit and Virat is the backbone of this Indian batting. Fans wouldn't want him to retire as yet. That's what Mr. Casanova is saying. But what do you think, Marlon? Do you think he's going to retire?
Not yet.
I maybe play 2 more years because the next World Cup, Sharma is 40. And I'm not too sure if he's going to be there.
No, I don't think he will be at the next World Cup. And so I do not expect him to continue to play one-day cricket. So Jadeja in his 8th over. He's in to bowl to Travis Head, and Travis Head off the back foot, to wide off the man at the edge of the circle at mid-off. They go through for a quick single. 87 now he moves up to. Labuschagne is on 37. 168 for 3. 87 is the number that the Australians are afraid of. Winston King is saying, come on viewers, there are 76 watching and only 14 likes. Please slash a like on the video. Jadeja was about to come into bowl, but Labuschagne pulled away. Thank you, Winston King. When the third umpire checked for a no ball, Jadeja round the wicket, bowl to Labuschagne, and he just strokes this to Rohit Sharma at extra cover, and there is no run. When the third umpire checks for a no ball, he must check the arm for a fair delivery too. Yes, very interesting, Gerard Mead. Very interesting. That's something that probably need to look into. Labuschagne, 168 for 3. Just open the face of the bat, but cannot beat the man at backward point, and there is no run. He's on 37. With him is Travis Head on 87. This is the Australia bogey number. 13 from the milestone. So Labuschagne need to get off strike. He defends down the onside of the pitch. Kohli at short mid-wicket comes across field. There is no run. 168 for 3. Simple Drew is saying India can well run for cover now. He took us away. Down back with a square leg. They're gone for 1. They're looking for the second. They got the second quite easily. Labuschagne will now move up to 39. Australia now 170 for 3. Needing 71 runs to win from 114 deliveries at the end of Jadeja over. Marlon, your comments on the game so far?
Well, basically, the Aussies is way ahead. Easy as you can get them. Travis Head striking over 100 at the moment. And at the other hand, Marvelous Labuschagne just being an anchor role for the Aussies team. So Australia is in front. Just another 71 runs required for victory.
Okay. So Kemar is saying that it reminds him of 95 when the Roar brothers were making that big partnership of Sabina Park. It reminds me of 96, the 96 World Cup, the one that Sri Lanka won in the semi-final against the West Indies. I do not remember the score out of my head right now, but the West Indies made a very competitive total. And it was the same way that I know Marquee was at the crease. I don't remember who was with Marquee at the crease, but it's the same way the West Indies set the field too deep and the gentlemen were allowed to just rotate the strike and pick up singles and win the match, although they lost the final. Bobby, is the 6th World Cup loading?
It looks that way this time. It looks that way at this moment.
So Frank is saying, Marlon, India need an Obeah. No, the Australian batsmen are not just flat track bullies. They can adapt to any pitch. Do you agree, Marlon?
I do agree.
Yes. And so Ed was off the back foot there, needs to get off the 89 from Kuldeep Yadav, and he strokes that one into the cover. 2 deliveries gone so far in over number 32. Yadav is in his
Indians are praying.
Again, that one kept a little low, but Ed kept his eye on it and managed to get it down to long off for a single. He moves up to 88 and will be very, very happy that he have come off the score of 87. 87 is the Australian bogey score, as I said. 171 for 3 now. They need another 70 to win. 39 to Labuschagne. He comes into strike. Just scored at just above 50. His strike rate is just above 50, but as we watch Yadav bowl to Labuschagne, who defends into the offside, they go through for a quick single. Bumrah cannot prevent it. 172 now for 3. Labuschagne moves up to 40. Ed is on 88. He comes back into strike. The Indians look very nervous. This is like killing someone with 1,000 paper cutter or something like this. It is very heart-wrenching. As he comes in, bowl to Ed, and Ed just giving himself room. There's an appeal, but look where Rahul is. He's down the leg side and he's still appealing. He's down the leg side and he's still appealing. And that ball
even the president of even the Prime Minister of India looks worried.
Yes. The stadium that they're playing was named after him. Yeah, man. So do they need a Obeah, man? Talk to me at the end of the over. One to come here now. 72 for 3. Yadav over the wicket. Bowl to Ed, and Ed just cut that away down to backward point. There is no run. Do they need a Obeah, man, Marlon?
They definitely need more than one.
They need divine intervention right now.
Yeah.
But the different with the Aussies and the Indians or everybody, it's showing. The Indians, you could see their body language. It's almost like, I see Bumrah flicking off the bails. It's like they give up already. They're waiting for a wicket.
Yes, Sanford Mars, it looks like Australia have done it. And Malcolm P is a long time I haven't seen you, man. Welcome. Umbre them Aussies. I'm surprised they never sandcastle the pitch. Well, maybe because the ICC. It is very interesting that everyone was expecting Cummins to bat first, and he did not. Good decision. Lyndon Stevens is saying, great job, fellas. Great job. India is going to get beat upright in their backyard. Jadeja is going to bowl his penultimate over. 32 overs have been bowled so far. 172 round the wicket. Bowl to Labuschagne, who drives down to long off. They go through for an easy single. 173 now for 3. What's your reaction as Mr. Beer is saying? Sharma was leading from the front, but he went too far ahead. What was your reaction to that comment? Jadeja switched to over the wicket, bowl to the left-handed Ed, and Ed cannot beat the man at extra cover. That is Rohit Sharma. There is no run. So Sharma was leading from the front, but he went too far. He was thinking he was playing T20.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying.
Over the top, it runs down towards mid-wicket. The fielder comes around. They will second for 174 now for 3. Ed moves up to 89. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the final. Just stay and bat. You don't have to act like you're playing a T20. Not because you got away with it against Netherlands.
Labuschagne onto the front foot. Just reaching out to that one though. I don't like that shot from Labuschagne. He needs to continue to allow the ball to get to him. He needs to relax. He needs to calm down. He needs to continue to think about the process and don't think about the result. He was just reaching too far forward to that one. Jadeja now is going to come round the wicket. These two need to carry it very close to victory or take it home. Was on the back foot there now, and that one kept low again. Jadeja targeting the stump. He gets back onto it. It goes out into the cover. There is no run. One to come in Jadeja, 9th over. He comes in bold to Labachane, who's off the back foot, and it cannot beat cover point. At the end of over number 33, Australia 174, needing another 67 runs to win. Yes, Bobby?
Yes.
Who will India blame? Who will India blame?
Who they blame? Maybe Sharma. Maybe they'll blame Sharma and Dravid.
Who will they blame, Marlon?
Maybe they blame Captain Sharma.
Yes, because Sharma said that he was very clear. Yesterday, he said that he was very clear batting. Yes, Kemar is saying that's how he has been batting all the whole tournament. Yesterday, in his interview, he said he was very clear. I think I played that clip here. Right, Bobby?
Yeah. But the thing is, he's been batting that way all tournament. You're here to win a tournament. But steady. Make sure you're there.
Yes. This is what Pat Cummins said yesterday. Is he achieving it as we watch Kuldeep comes over the wicket? Ball to head, who whipped this in the air, over the top, into the boundary now for 4. He moves up to 93, 178 for 4. As Australia succeed in doing this.
Yep. I remember somebody.
You know, the crowd's obviously going to be very one-sided, but it's also... in sport, there's nothing more satisfying than hearing a big crowd go silent, and that's the aim for us tomorrow.
Pull away, over the top, just over the man of long off into the boundary. He moves up now to 97. Wow, this pitch is playing really true. As Australia achieved that, as Cummins which come true. Gentlemen.
Very much. Yes. It looks like they're winning now. 50 runs. Maxwell not batting yet. I think.
Well, one thing for sure, my feed is a bit quicker. So Travis said it's now on 100 of 95 deliveries.
Yeah, but don't go ahead of us, Marlon, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's on 99 now. The score is 184 for 3. Needing 57 runs from 99 balls. Labachane is on 41. Ed is on 99.
Yeah, well, the person that did say that Travis said he's going to score a century and they're
Yes.
going to win.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, who was that person that said Ed was going to make 100? Yes, someone did say that Ed was going to make 100, Bobby, and you dismiss it. You and Andre dismiss it, said it won't happen.
I dismiss it, but I also said if that happened, Australia win.
Okay, so there is the 100. He strokes it into the cover and he goes for a quick single. And as Marlon said, 100 from 95 deliveries. And he's calling for a change of gloves. Australia 185 for 3. These two definitely needs to carry it home. When you are at this stage in a cricket match, you do not want to lose. You do not want to lose any wickets. You do not want to give the opposition a sniff. And I really hope these two carry it home. Give us your feedback on that century, Marlon.
Excellent century. Top class. A century of class for the Aussies.
Yes. What do you have to say? What do you have to say, Bobby?
It was a brilliant century, played the situation, wait for the ball, almost straight away. If that has hit, he would have been out. But nonetheless, it was a brilliant century in a final, under pressure. He really showed why he's there.
You can depend on Christopher Bristol to say these things. As Yadav comes into Labachane and Labachane defends down the onside of the pitch, the bowler field at the end of the over. Christopher Bristol is a genius. He's saying, why is people still staying in the stadium hoping India will win? They should leave early and start preparing for work tomorrow.
They cannot work tomorrow. They cannot work.
Yeah?
They cannot work tomorrow.
They cannot work tomorrow. That's a good point, Bobby. That's a very, very good point. Comfortable win for Australia. Fidel da Silva is saying, Winston King is saying, Even the biased commentators are quiet. We are spare of their comments of how brilliant their bowlers are. No more dancing in the stand, and Meredith is saying, this is beyond the help of Wobia, So America is saying, Lyndon Stevens. So who's coming? Jadeja is going to bowl his final over. He's going to go over the wicket. He's into head and head, swings this high, hard, over mid wicket, 6 runs. Lovely shot by Head. Yes, Bobby.
Yeah, just what I thought Head was gonna do when he called for the change of gloves. I thought he said, okay, now I'm gonna go hard, and if I get out, I'm gonna try at least to bring it to about 30. So Maxwell and Labuschagne should do the job.
What do you think about that shot, Marlon?
Class. Show class of the man, Travis said. Brilliant.
Lyndon Stevens is saying, as Rohit Sharma looks very, very disturbed. 50 needed from 95 deliveries. So they're checking on the ball. Ed doesn't want the ball to change. India probably want the ball to change. This is what West Indies batsmen need to pay attention to. The Australian batsman, I know that boundary alone don't win game. Ball to head and head off the back foot cannot beat extra cover. You can't win the game by singles and two. You can't win the game by singles and two. Drive, this time he cannot beat long off. I think Lyndon Stevens is saying that boundaries alone doesn't win the game. But if your singles and twos are also important in winning the game. That's what I interpret it to mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mentioned. That's why when you say Marcus Labuschagne is doing a fantastic job, that he's rotating the strike. And Travis is more aggressive of the two.
Yes, yes, Sanford Mares, they did silence them for true. Winston King is saying, desperate people will do desperate things. Travis and Labuschagne have to be careful not to let the ball touch their pads. But we have DRS, we have DRS, Winston King. What you thinking? Welcome to the show, Galen Evans. And he just dabbed that into the onside at the end of over number 35. I expect Andre to join us soon. 192 for 3. Go ahead, gentlemen, with your comments.
Yeah, there's a lot of panic face in India right now. If you ask me, I never wanted Australia to get number 6 to fly away from everybody, but I still enjoy it because the Indians are too arrogant.
Okay, thank you very much, Galen Evans. Gentlemen, Galen Evans is saying that he really appreciates us, and we
Thank
make
you, Galen Evans.
Thanks much.
Yeah, man. I do hope all security forces are in place at this time. Sorry to say. No, but he's making a good point, We may think these things are simple, but he's making a good point. It seems to be the drinks break. So let us see if we can run through all of the comments that are backed up. India are going to blame the pitch when they lose. Could be Winston King, could be. But Rohit Sharma did say at the toss that he would have batted first if he had won the toss. Whether he was lying or not, because we know these cricketers, they lie a lot. So I don't know if he was lying or not, but he did say that he would have batted first if he had won the toss. Winston King is saying the key to Australia victory will be the wickets of Gill and Iyer. Once they fail, Australia were on their way. Were those 2 wickets important, gentlemen?
No, I think Rohit Sharma was more important than those 2. Even though those 2 did not score any runs, I think Rohit Sharma, you just had to be there,
But Sher's Ayad scored 2 consecutive century, Marlon. Was his dismissal a big blow to the Australian?
Yes, it was.
Not to the Australian, to the Indians, sorry.
India. It was. He's a good player, he's a touch player, and he knows how to score runs. So basically, it's a team point for the Indian team when he lost his wicket so early.
It is looking ominous, no prudent. It is looking ominous. I am looking like a genius at this stage. I hope it doesn't change. They're going to take it straight home with plenty ball to spare. They are well set. Who was it that said that Australia is going to win with many wickets in hand? And Bobby, again, you dismiss that.
I think the same person who said,
because at this stage, it clearly looked like Australia is going to win. Where's Andre, man? It's time for Andre to come back. I've gone more than 5 overs.
Yeah, I don't see India coming back at this moment.
Well, they always say cricket is a glorious game of uncertainty, but at this point in time, I don't see India coming back from this.
Okay, well done. So much tears after this game. Many Indians fans lost their money. They bet against the men from land of the Kangaroos. Somebody yesterday made a post that Australia will be going home with their head down, bent up like kangaroos or something like that. I don't quite remember. The unbeatable Indian team struck at the right time. Australia did their homework for this final against India. You remember yesterday, Bobby, I was saying that Australia losing that match to India was probably a good thing because you do not expect India to beat Australia twice in one tournament. Shot outside, they are stopped by Jadeja, banged away by Travis said down to Kishan on the boundary. They go through for a single. Who is he on the field for?
I think Shami.
Shami is off?
I think so.
Catch him. I catch that one. Oh, he comes into my office, my studio. Absolutely superb century. Yes, it was an absolute superb century.
Pure class of the man, Travis said.
It's a simple view. Say, guys, don't let the drink break work on you. The drinks break. Okay, yes, you don't want that to happen. Simple Jew. Jadeja into Labache, who defends down the offside. He was looking to turn that one, but then he just allows it to come to him and it just goes into the offside. There is no run. The Indian teams are very, very agitated at this time. I'm glad I catch up with all of the comments. Winston King comes in now. Bowl, drive, down to long off for a single. The score moves up now to 194 for 3. So they are doing this very easy at this time. Winston King is saying, the Cricket Forum, you are a genius. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Yes, he's saying that Cricket Forum, you are a genius. That's what he said. Thank you, boss. Thank you, man. I appreciate the comment, sir. I appreciate the comment, Winston King. Gentlemen, do you think I'm a genius?
Yes, you are, sir.
Bobby, you don't want to answer. Bobby, when Australia was last in the tournament, I told you guys that Australia was going to win. You laughed at me. Laugh now, Bobby. Bobby, I want you and Andre and Kemar to laugh now.
I can't laugh right now.
You predicted it, and here it is. I have to listen to you more often. Thank you, Winston King. Merrick Meredith is saying Bobby is always dismissive of Australia. Is that true, Bobby? 195.
No.
195 for 3 at the end of the 36th over. Is there any way that India can win this match, Marlon? Apart from taking wicket, what's the obvious? What's your tactics to get those wickets now?
Well, I don't see any tactics at the moment, Sir Brown. It's a one-sided affair as present.
I'm trying a makeshift bowler right now. I'm trying somebody like Kohli or one of those guys. I even Rohit Sharma himself. Just try a makeshift bowler. Just try. Because this pitch has certainly flattened out. And Siraj will have bowled only 3 overs, and there'll be a lot of question mark why Siraj bowled only 3 overs. So what's now? Siraj is going to come in now to bowl his 4th over. There'll be a lot of question mark. Bobby, why are you always dismissive of Australia?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I just think India was playing very good, and there's always one bad performance coming up.
Yes, so we're
As I
seeing
mentioned
Andre
earlier,
coming back inside the end of the over. Go ahead, Marlon. Sorry.
as I mentioned earlier, you may not lose a game up to the finals, but you guarantee a loss in the competition. And this is where India lost their first game of the competition.
I mean, this
Wow.
final reminds me of the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup final. The same thing with France. You know, they went through everything, spanking everybody,
True.
and then it's almost like they got a hiccup in the final.
Right.
Exactly, exactly.
As Labachane drives that one down to the cover field, he goes through for a single 197 for 3. We have been joined by Andre, so Andre will bring you in. We'll bring you in at the end of this. We'll bring you in at the end of this over, Andre. Yes. So just watching the end of the 37th over. 4 deliveries to come on my screen. So gentlemen, just work with me. 197 for 3. 44 to get from 82. Fidel da Silva is saying very responsible innings from Australian. Very responsible. Sorry, that one hit high and hard by Travis Head. It's out of the ground. And Australia are sailing to victory at this time, Marlon.
Absolutely brilliant shot there by Head. So another 38 runs required from 79 legal delivery. Big shot there by Head.
Yes, yes, indeed. Bobby, his Head taking it to them now.
Yeah. Head was very responsible. I mean, right now, Travis Head probably, striking over 100, but one time he was striking around 50, and he played the situation very well and took the game away from India.
Yes. He drives that down to a wide mid-on and the circle, and there is no run. Fidel da Silva is saying your predictions are great. Thank you very much, Fidel. Thank you very much. Winston King said, who laugh last, laugh the best. So are you saying I laugh too early, Winston? Or is my time now to laugh? Because can India snatch victory from the jaw of defeat? I would try one of the part-time bowler for over, because really, Australia is going to get this 38 runs unless something dramatic happen. So I would change it up. Give Kohli the ball or Rohit ball or something. Just change it up. Siraj ball to head, slow a bumper through to the keeper. There is no run. One to come before we will join Andre. I just want to get the comments up to date. Gentlemen, please remember to look at the comments. Another final, another loss for India. Yes, they did lose the World Test Championship finals to India, to Australia. Is this one worse for India or the Test finals? I think this one is worse. This is on home side. They blame the IPL for the defeat in the World Test Championship. Now everything, they got all the support that they needed for this one, and they are still going to lose. At the end of over number 37, 204 for 3. We welcome back Andre, but I'm just going to go through the comments quickly and bring them up to date. I will reiterate, only a legend can make a legendary prediction. Thank you, Mary. Dragon Claw, how are you? India feel this more than the World Test Championship final. I agree. West Indies cricket, I hope the last 4 to 6 weeks of this tournament has shown you what world-class cricket is truly about. That is true. And that is why I believe that the academy players should be watching this match instead of playing Ireland Academy today. Match could have been played tomorrow. I don't see any reason why. Experience talking. Thank you. Winston King, is your time to laugh. Okay, thank you, Winston King. And Lou Prudent is saying, Merrick, well said. Over to you. And please, gentlemen, pay attention to the comments when they come up. Over to
you. Yes, and I'm here to for the final actually rights, to read the final rights for the Indians. I've already spoken to the fat lady. The fat lady has actually tuned up her voice and just ready now to sing. You understand? So it's just 25 needed from 76 balls. It is actually Kuldeep to bowl to the man Travis Head. Kuldeep over the wicket, bowl to Travis Head, and Travis Head is hitting that one magnificent shot over the middle wicket area for 6 runs. Great shot by Travis Head, and Travis Head wants to do this in style. He just wants to get this over real quickly.
Definitely. Big shot there by Head. So another 29 runs required from 74 deliveries. That's a big shot by Head.
Yes,
Mr. Foley.
87 meters. Yeah, and I think you're gonna see it's gonna finish probably in the next three or so overs.
Yeah. I think Head is saying, I'm going to finish this right now.
Yes, Kuldeep bowl to Travis Head. He covers up, plays that one into the cover area. He doesn't get a run. 29 from 74 balls needed. I think you see, the Indians have pretty much resigned to the fact that they're actually they have lost this one.
Yeah, they know it's done.
Yes,
The crowd is
Kuldeep
silent.
bowl to Travis Head. He's back and hitting that one out to the man on the cover boundary. They go through for a single. Score moves on to 213 for 3. 28 more runs needed from 73 balls.
Yeah, so Warren Stanford, listening from Bangkok, Thailand. Big up in a Bangkok, Thailand.
Kuldeep over the wicket, ball to Manus, who just plays that one into the mid wicket area for an easy single. The score moves on to 214 for 3. The Australians here are doing it really, really easily now. 27 more runs to victory to take their sixth 50 over world title, gentlemen.
And there's nothing
Yes.
stopping the Aussies from getting their sixth title at the moment.
I was hoping that wouldn't happen because, the mighty West Indies is so far behind now.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. India's still not going to pass us.
Yes. Great innings. India are the invincibles as they thought.
Yeah, they thought they were the West Indies, Frank.
But to me, Indians are big chokers though. They have made it to they're big chokers. There several times they're actually favorites to win, and in this time they have been overwhelming favorites, and they have choked once more.
Yeah, overconfidence. I think that's what happened to them. Overconfidence.
Yes.
You did your last one, and the last was here in the finals.
Yes. Yeah, they played the worst game at the final at the wrong time.
Damn.
And it's gonna be Siraj. He's gonna come into bowl to Manus, and Manus is pulling that one to the man at the backward square leg area for an easy single. The score moves on to 215 for 3. 26 more runs needed for victory.
If you look at the partnership of Travis Head and Marvus Labashine, it's 167 runs from 186 deliveries. So it's a good partnership.
Yes.
It came at a quick time for the Aussies team. So they are well and in control of this game.
So it will be a lot of questions to be answered from Rohit Sharma from the Indian contingent. And I think that the pitch that they have actually set up, I think they set up playing on a very slow pitch. I thought that would have helped them, but it has not. And there is Travis Head driving this one to the man and long on boundary for easy single. The score moves on to 216 for 3. A run closer to the victory. 25 needed from 70 balls.
So Marvus Labashine is approaching half century as well.
Yes, and we cannot underestimate his innings. I think he has played it really, really well. Here is Siraj, ball to Labashine. He's driving that one to the man in the mid-off area. He remains at 49. The score remains at 216 for 3.
So Labashine just the 2 boundaries, no 6, and he's striking at just 50. But in the end, a top class inning just for from the right hander from the Australia team.
25 needed from 69 balls. Manus settles, and Mohamed Siraj, he comes in to bowl to Manus. He passes the umpire just about now. Bowl to Manus. He flicks that one to the man at the backward square leg boundary. Goes through for a single. The score moves on to 217 for 3. 24 more runs needed for victory.
Lou Prudent, I'm checking out that for you here. I'm checking it out, and I will soon tell you.
Yeah, Mr. Casanova saying, I guarantee the West Indian players are playing and drinking and they couldn't care less about watching this game and learning how to play proper cricket shots. As Siraj bowled to Travis Head, and here's Travis Head trying to pull in that one to the man at the deep mid-wicket area. They go through for a single. The score moves on to 218 for 3 in the 39th over. And the Australians are just 23 runs away from their 6th 50-over world title.
Travis Head came to the party at the right time for the Aussies. Indeed.
And there's Mr. Dragon Claw saying no support from the crowds, and Australia is still performing well. Well, the Cummins did say he was going to silence the crowd, and he has done that. The Siraj bowl to Manus. Manus is pulling that one on the man on the deep square leg boundary. They go through for a single. The end of the 39th over, 22 more runs needed from 66 balls. Is it just a matter of time now for Australia to
Big up yourself, Warren. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Just a matter of time, and time will be very short from now. Not long from now.
Yeah, nice, Warren. Mr. Casanova said the spectators slowly leaving the stadium now.
I think that now Rohit Sharma know everybody know that it's over.
It's pretty much over.
If India win this from here, it would be the most dramatic collapse ever in the history of cricket.
Yes.
Definitely, Sir Brown. Definitely.
And it's Jasprit Bumrah once more. It's probably the final time you see Jasprit Bumrah in the 50-over tournament 2023. Bumrah bowled to Manus, who's just playing that one to the man at third man for a single. And there was Manus just playing it easily to the man at the third man boundary. 21 more runs needed for victory. Australia now, they're seeing they're getting closer and closer. 220 for 3. Travis Head settles. Jasprit Bumrah, top of his mark. He turns. He's coming in now to bowl to Travis Head, the man of the moment. Jasprit Bumrah now passes umpire, bowl to Travis Head, and then he's hitting that one to the mid-wicket boundary for an easy single. The score goes up by 1 to 222 for 221 for 3. 20 more runs needed for victory for the Australians.
It's like taking a candy from a baby.
Yes,
now
indeed.
For the Aussies team.
Kemar Williams says, respect gone up, notch up a notch, man. Thumbs up for you, boss. You get me on this big one. Big prediction. Yeah. It's a very good Yorker there by Jasprit Bumrah. Dugged out by Manus. And the score means a 221 for 3.
So Travis Head is striking way over 100 at the moment. At one point, he was striking at 50, and now he's striking way over 100.
Yes. And I think that this is here is Jasprit Bumrah. Into bowl to Manus. Covers up. Playing to the man at the short cover area. They don't score it. And the score means that 221 for 3. I think this will be the first time that a batsman has scored 100 in a World Cup final in the second innings. If my memory serves me right, all the other hundreds have come in. Second. Aravinda De Silva in 96 scored 100 while chasing. So this is the second. You need the second 100 chasing in a World Cup finals. Bumrah balls. Manus covers up to the man in the cover area. They don't get a run. The score remains at 221 for 3. So Travis Head is in good company there, in the company of the great Aravinda De Silva, who chased them a total of over 250 against Australia in the 96 finals.
Yes, and that final was something to behold, At the end of the over, I'll speak about it.
Yes, Bumrah bowl, And there is Manus flicking that one through the mid wicket area. It will go into the boundaries for 4 runs. Lovely shot there by Manus Labashani just to bring up his 50. And Australia got 4 more runs closer to the total. 16 more runs needed. Manus Labashani and 53 not out. Well played indeed. Over to you, Carlton.
Yes. I watched that innings, and it was, I'm telling you, he played some cover drive. It was against Australia.
Yes.
One of the time they packed the offside at about 5 fielders, and he played some lovely cover drive. But I want to tell you a very short story about Aravinda da Silva. My son, my first son, I was giving him the name Aravinda. But when I was at the hospital, I could not spell the name, and I ended up spelling it Avarani instead of Aravinda. So his name is actually Avarani, but the intention was to name it after Aravinda da Silva.
Yeah,
I humble, sir. I humble take your praise, sir. I humble take it, Kamara Williamson. But I just hope that the next time you will.
Siraj bowled to Travis Head, who hitting that one into the deep middle wicket area for an easy single. And the score moves on by 1 to 226 or 3. And Australia now just 15 runs from glory, 15 runs from their 6th World Cup title, the 50 overs title. And Australia has silenced the crowd here at Ahmedabad.
Yes, Byron is saying that India is too hype. You know, a lot of persons keep saying that India is too hype. You know, the commentators. India pull off a Guyana Amazon Warriors and me. Come on, Williamson.
Siraj ball to Manus, who drives that one to the man at mid-off area. They don't go through for a single. The score means at 226 or 3. 15 more runs needed from 58 balls.
Simple Drew is saying no other person could have seen my prediction. Okay, Simple Drew, well done, well done. I told you Travis would make 100. Yes, Juba.
Oh, this is the person.
Yes, you did say that. And I said that if Travis made 100, Australia would win and win easily. And you know, and that is being manifested right now.
Yes, Juba. Well done, Juba. Well done.
Pulling that one down to the man and the finally get into the boundary for 4 runs. And there goes Manus on the attack, pulling that one to the final gear for 4 more runs. 11 more runs not needed for the Australians for victory.
Sweetest time by Manus Labashane. He's a classy player. He is indeed a class player. Effortlessly played by Manus Labashane.
Indeed, indeed. And there are smiles in the Australian dressing room now. They're all ready. And there's the fat lady right beside them. You know, she has indeed warmed up and always just ready now to, you know, singing away because they know that they're just delivering some victory. And here comes the
I think Manus.
Ball to Manus, who drives that one to the man up mid-off. They don't get a run. But 11 more runs from 56 balls. And Manus Labashane and Travis said is doing it in style here at Ahmedabad.
The partnership is 183. Big partnership for the Aussies. And this big partnership really did justice for the Aussies.
This is quite an emphatic victory for the Australians. Siraj bowled to Manus. He covers up into the man at the short cover area. They don't get a run. The score means at 230 for 3. 11 runs needed from 55 balls. And there's the Australian contingent. They're all ready. They're getting up. They're all happy. There is Cummins. All smiles. He's ready to celebrate. Ready to lift the 6th title.
What a year for Shubman Gill. He lost 3 finals.
Simple Drew saying, yes, you said with balls to spare 2 and wickets in hand, but yes. But if you're going to win, you're always going to have wickets in hand, but you can win off the last ball. But I got you. You mean with a lot of balls to spare? Yes, I got you.
Somebody did say, you know, they were going to win. Travis Head and Labashane was going to take it home. And I said no, and it looked like they win.
Yes, it seems that way.
Randy Beckers, thank you, sir. You called
them.
Yes, Ed is a very underrated player. He's not in a Randy Beckers. I think that
no, it's not. No. I think they rate him. They rate him highly. He's highly rated.
I think he's
Yeah,
in the
man,
top
I
three.
think they highly rate him.
Yes.
I think what he's trying to say is, probably in the T20 circuit, you don't really hear of Travis Head like that. But in in
Okay.
Test cricket and 50 over cricket, everybody know what Travis Head can do.
Remember that this man was injured and you still and they still keep him in the squad.
Yes, that shows how much they rate him. How much
Yes.
they think of him,
No,
Yes,
like I said, I don't think he mean Australia. I think he
Right,
mean the rest of the world. But you're not hearing about him as a class or a Puran or
Okay,
Right.
okay. India too confident in their approach to this game. Warren Stamford is saying that, so the better team has won. Yes, Ian is saying that the better team is winning. Good, Ian, good to have you
Bumrah
here.
around the wicket about
You can know.
bowling a Yorker length delivery. He dug that one out, throw to the man at the long on boundary, go through for a single, and 10 more runs needed for victory. And Travis Head has moved on. He's played a magnificent innings right here. And without a doubt, that Travis Head has played a really critical part for this Australian team.
Yes, Mr. Casanova, you can expect that. The cameramen are not showing yes.
even the police.
Seats in the stadium, Mr. Casanova. You're right. Juba, I agree
Bumrah
with you.
ball to man who turns that one to the man on the mid wicket area. The score remains at 231 for 3. And there goes King Kohli. King Kohli is quiet as a lamb.
Indeed. Not known for that.
He's crying. Kohli's actually crying. Kohli's crying. Look at him. He's crying for real.
He is indeed.
Kohli's crying.
Many Indians are crying.
Trace, I hear.
I think he will not go unsold in the next IPL action later this year. Randy Beckers. Good point that you're making, Randy Beckers.
Yes. Travis said, yeah. Head will be picked up by somebody, or maybe not. Maybe they will be like, this is the guy who took it away from India. Don't come here.
But I think the Premier League is business, so they will look past that. As a businessman.
I'm just joking. they gotta pick him.
The Indians. Bumrah ball to Marnus who fix that one to the man at the square leg area. They don't go through for a single. The score means at 231 for 3. Still 10 needed for victory. The Indian fans, a lot of them have actually walked out of the stadium already. Those that remain are quite dejected. Look at their faces. Very, very sad day for Indian cricket. Very, very sad indeed.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
a lot of tears there in the stadium.
Randy Bickles. Yeah. That's why I say I know what you mean, because you have people like Ben Stokes Ben Stokes was like the highest paid player, when you have people like Travis Head who is better than him.
One more ball coming over number 42. 10 needed for 49 balls. It's just put Bumrah to bowl to Marnus. In bowl to Marnus, Marnus just covers up, playing into the covered area. They don't go through for a run. The score means at 231 for 3. With 10 more runs needed from 48 balls. It's all smiles on the Aussies' faces. And there you have Cummins, Stark, Hazelwood just having a chat right there. They know that they have this one in the bag. They know that they have this one signed and sealed and just about to be delivered.
Sign and seal. Candy from a baby.
I think Rohit Sharma is going to cry.
Virat is crying already. Virat is crying. Sharma is going to cry.
Sharma is going to cry himself into retirement. I don't see any point in Sharma continuing really as the captain or as a player, because I think he's probably around 36 thereabouts.
He's 36.
Right. I don't see any need for him to really continue as the ODI captain.
So we're gonna groom a youngster then.
Yeah, it's time for them
Visual.
to be a young captain. Siraj
I
bowl.
think
And there goes, he's hitting that one viciously into the deep mid wicket area. They go through for one, they come back through for the second run, and it's now into single figures now. 8 runs needed from 47 balls, 2 more boundaries, and Australia will lift their 650 overs world title. Len Maxwell,
Brilliant,
Zampa, Cummins, all excited.
brilliant partnership.
Yes, Siraj,
Excellent partnership.
to Travis said, was hitting that one viciously into the over the long off area for 4 runs, and it's 4 more runs needed for victory for the Australians. And there was Travis said that hitting that one over the man at mid off area for 4 runs. Beautiful shot indeed by Travis said.
Okay,
Wow,
thank you, Andre.
absolutely.
You know that at this time it will be my time. So thank you very much. It's my time now, gentlemen. Stick with me. Please don't go away. But it's my time now. Yeah? Oh, I am a bit. The funny thing is though, my feed is a bit back. So I will take some of the comment because I'm seeing 233 for 3. But this is the shot that brought them to 4 runs there. That one was hit over the top, down to the boundary. 1 bounce for 4. So Australia now 237. They need 4 runs to win the 2023 ODI World Cup. Brian Banton is saying India is not crying, they are bawling. That's what he's saying as Mohammad Siraj is at the top of his mark. Travis Head, who have played a brilliant century now. He seconds as he watch Mohammad Siraj to comes into him. I am so happy for Labachain, Juba is saying. He seconds now. Labachain, Murad Suraj bowl, he drives down to the man at mid-on. They go through for a single. Labachain comes on to strike. 238 for 3 now. What a marvelous innings that Travis Head has played. But equally also is Labachain. He played the role that he expected to play. Let's watch. They are hopping in the dugout. The Australians are hugging each other. They are getting ready to run on the field. They only need 3 runs to win now. 238 for 3. The Indians are crying. They are bawling, as some would say. Kohli is in deep despair. Suraj over the wicket, ball to Labachain, drives. He got the inner portion of the bat. It goes down to the man on the mid-wicket boundary. They now need 2 runs to win. As Travis Head comes back into strike, I think fittingly, Head should be the one to hit this winning runs. Mr. Casanova, these guys are too soft like damning tissue. Why are they crying? It means a lot, Mr. Casanova. They got all the support from every entity in India, the government, the private sector, everyone. Head just fixing that strap. I remember Angela Matthews as he fixed that strap. Despair, distraught. Rohit Sharma, ball to Head, he pulled this away straight into the man. Hands at deep mid wicket, anticlimax. Gill took the catch, and so Head is not there for the final rights. They are checking though. Is he waiting on a hug from Labachain, or they are checking for a no ball? Well, he's gone, Head gone for a magnificent 137 from 32 deliveries. Gentlemen, what do you think about the innings of Travis Head? What do you think about that innings, Andre?
I mean, a magnificent display of batting from Travis Head. You just don't get better than that. Under tremendous pressure, playing in front of 120,000 fans in India, Australia got themselves in a bit of trouble at 47 for 3, and Travis Head played a most mature innings, quite a magnificent innings from Travis Head. Well done to him.
Thank you, Andre. Marlon, what do you have to say about that innings?
Fantastic innings in front of a pack India crowd. He really stood up for the Aussies and did well himself, and Marcus Labuschagne put on a 190-yard partnership, and that really won the game for the Aussies.
Yes, Bobby, what do you have to say about that innings?
That innings was great, under a bit of pressure. It's astonishing.
Yes, it was a magnificent it was a magnificent innings. As Maxwell's now, Suraj comes into Maxwell and he swings this away over the top. The man comes around the boundary, diving effort there by Kuldeep Yadav, but they are bad for the second. And Australia are 2023 ODI Cricket World Cup champion. Well done, Australia. They are running on the field. They are hugging Matthews. They are hugging Labachane. Great innings, gentlemen. Great innings, gentlemen. What's your thought on this victory by Australia?
I mean, a most magnificent victory by Australia. I mean, coming into the finals, as I discussed with you yesterday, that I mean, India is overwhelming favorites for victory. I mean, their batters were in tremendous form. Their bowlers were bowling tremendously well. But the Australians, who I think are probably the toughest sporting nation in the world, never say die. They bowled brilliantly, they fielded brilliantly, and they batted extremely well. Absolutely tremendous victory for Australia. Well done to them.
What are your thoughts, Marlon? What are your thoughts on this victory by Australia?
Hats off to the Aussies. They really played fantastic cricket. At one point of the competition, they were way at the bottom of the table, but they played hard cricket. They came up, and today was no bad for them. Travis Head and Marcus Labashade really did a fantastic job under pressure for the team and did well for the Aussies. So the Aussies came out victorious on the day.
Bobby, your views on this victory, Bobby? I know you're probably a bit distraught, but you know, what are your...
No, I'm not distraught, you know. I didn't expect it. I expect India to win, but I never rule out the Aussies 100% because, you know, they have a different type of mentality. And it shows today. You know, even when they don't have the bestest of team, just their mentality of never die mentality, never give up mentality. So that always puts them in the game when you have a mentality like that.
Yeah. What you have to say, Bobby, and Andre in particular, when Australia was at the bottom of the table, and I told you guys that Australia was going to win the World Cup, and you laugh, what do you have to say now, gentlemen? None of you can talk. It's okay. So I'll go on to the comments in the comment section. Jake Glasgow, I'll just run through these comments very quickly before we come back to why Australia, to some of the talking points in the match. I'm just going to run through the comments because we are a community. And so let's just run through the comments. Brian Banton is saying, oh, Jake's Glasgow. Let's start with Jake's Glasgow. India will come back stronger and win the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean. Well, I will tell you who's going to win that the closer I get, Jake Glasgow. And the next time I tell you who's going to win a tournament, put a little bet on it. You have to have an ambulance waiting for India. That might be so true. Yes, it's a 4 down. Yes. It's not an ambulance, Warren Stephen is saying. It's a coffin. So he's saying that it should be a coffin. Warren, yes, it's not an ambulance, it's a coffin. And Merrick Meredith is saying, innings of class from Ed. It was indeed. Juba is saying, they will lose 5 wickets. No, they only lose 4. Glorious innings for the history books. Indeed, it is a glorious history books. As the Australians are celebrating and the Indians are distraught. Yes, Mr. Casanova, Anthony Evans is saying that India choke yet again. Lol. Yes, did they choke? Great innings from Travis. Excellent, Warren is saying. Did India choke, gentlemen? Anthony Evans is saying Australia planned well. They were the most strategic team. And Warren again is saying, thanks, chaps. Really enjoy listening to this game with you all. I appreciate you being here too. We enjoy having your company. I think Bobby gets a shock. Bobby gets a shock. So, congratulations, Australia. No surprise here, though. Mr. Casanova is saying that India will not win the T20 World Cup. They might get kicked out before even the semifinals. We'll talk about that. Starting with you, Bobby. Why do you think Australia win this match?
I think India was overconfident. And I think Australia came out with fire. You know, and they knew that. They knew India was overconfident. They planned well. They knew what they were up against. They knew they were up against the crowd. And like I said, they just planned well. I think it was a strategic move to put India into bat.
Yes, Marlon, why do you think that in Australia win this match?
Well, first and foremost, India were confident, and as is known, the job at hand, what they have to do, and they play basic cricket. They didn't try to overdo it. As what Travis Head and Marcus Labuschagne did, they played basic cricket, and that was victors for them today.
Andre, your comments on why you think what was the difference today?
Let me, all right. Apart from how well Australia planned and executed their plan, I think two things really happened. When India batted, because of the fragility of the Indian lower order, I think that Rahul and Kohli, they were not able to play their natural game. They took too long to, I think they were overly conservative. They scored like 2 boundaries, I think they scored 2 boundaries in probably like 30 something overs, right? So there is where they did the wicket. After they got the 3rd wicket, Australia, there was actually no momentum, and I think that Australia just from there, they really got a stranglehold on the Indians, and they were never able to recover. And because of the fragility of the lower order Indian batters, I think that they crumbled under the pressure. And the pitch didn't help, because I think that in the first innings, the pitch played a little bit slower than in the second innings. They were not able to get the ball off the square. It wasn't coming through as it did in the second innings. But well played by Australia.
I tell you what I think. I think India lose the game from that ball that got rid of KL Rahul. I think that's where India know that they lose the game, because I think they were looking to accelerate at that moment. And when Rahul went, I think it just went downhill.
Yeah, it was a peach of a ball from start that got Rahul. But gentlemen, we saw at the start of the match, when the toss was spun and they were talking about the pitch before the start, Ravi Sastry in particular was really emphasizing how dry the pitch is, and that on a spinner's length, it is even drier on a spinner's length. And a number of them were saying that Ashwin, in particular Sastry, and a number of the commentators before the build-up to the match, they were saying that Ashwin should have played. Now, they played Siraj and they never bowled him until 5th. Australia won the toss and decided to bowl first. Should India have played Ashwin instead of Siraj? And say a word about the decision of Cummins to bowl first when everybody expect him to bat first. Let's go with you first, Andre, this time.
And based on how the pitch we see, how the pitch has played, I thought it was a good decision to actually bowl first, because we realized that the pitch got a bit quicker in the evening under the lights. And I realized, apart from, I say, the pitch at Calcutta, or probably one of the pitch in India, it seems that it is easier to bat last in India, because it comes down to the bat a lot better. So even though the pitch is dry, it comes down to the bat a lot better in the second half of the innings. So it was a master stroke on the part of the Australian captain, Australian team.
Thank you. Marlon, do you think they should have played Ashwin?
I certainly think, because you play a pace bowler, you didn't bowl him as much as he should be bowling, and then your team lost with him just bowling 5 overs. That's the score on the part of the captain.
Bobby, it's clear that in the second innings of the match, especially after that twilight period, it clears that the pitch settled down. Would Ashwin have made a difference if he had played? Bobby, you're not hearing me? It looks like Bobby, okay? You look like you're sleeping. For a moment there, I was wondering. Andre, would Ashwin have made a difference?
No, I don't think I should have made a difference any at all. Because you realize that the spinners didn't play a major part in the match. None of the Indian spinners got a wicket. The Australian spinners only got 2 wickets, and I think it got easier to play. A very few balls spun in the second innings, so I don't think Ashwin would have gotten much assistance, and Ashwin would have been playing his first game. So I don't think it had made much of a difference, to be honest.
No, he had played in the opening match against Australia, though. I just want to say something about we saw where many of us think that the Rohit Sharma dismissal was unfortunate, that he was trying to go too hard. I agree with that. But when Kohli got out, that delivery that got out Kohli, which definitely stay in the pitch. It definitely stayed in the pitch and was slow because he was just trying to punch it. And because of the slowness, he got the inside edge and was out ball. How much a factor was the Drew coming and speeding up this pitch, Bobby? How much was a factor it is for the Australia victory?
I don't think it was that big of a factor. Because I think the Aussies they're just bad sensible.
Okay. We saw, gentlemen, where we know that India got all the support that they should get. The government, the private sector, everybody rally around this Indian team and they get the support. What do you think is going to happen now that they lost this match, Andre?
I mean, cricket is still big. They will still get the support. I mean, cricket is life for the Indians. So they're going to be very, very disappointed. Yes, and a few heads will roll. Probably Rahul Dravid will probably, resign from his position, and a few other heads. You probably might see Rohit Sharma retiring from ODI cricket. But I think they're gonna rally again, and they're gonna come. The Indian cricket is still strong, so they're gonna regroup and still be a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, Marlon. What Surya Kumar Yadav batted 6 in this team? He was expected to come towards the back end and be the finisher of the innings, but he was unable to do so. Do you think that the Indians were wrong to select Yadav probably instead of someone like Ashwin, who can score a few runs and still give you some overs with the ball, or they should have gone with Ishan Kishan?
Well, I wouldn't say they should have gone with Kishan or Singer. It's just one of those days. You're not gonna come to work every day of the week or scoring runs or scoring quick runs. It's just a bad day for him and a bad day for the Indian team overall.
Okay, thank you. Bobby, we saw where there was a leg before decision that was given not out against Labachane, and we saw where the ball would have hit the stump, but it was umpire call, and they have to stick with the umpire call. Do you think that would have made a difference, Bobby, if Labachane was given out at that time?
Big difference. It would have changed the match. It would have made a big difference. I think with Labachane there playing the role with Head, it allowed Head to play freely, because if Maxwell had got in and Maxwell had got out, then, it would be a completely different game. So I think, that made a big difference.
But Andre, we saw where Steve Smith was given out leg before and he was not out. So was it the law of average? Is it the law of average then that it's only right that Labachane was not given out?
Yeah, it probably law of averages. Honestly, I don't think it would have made a difference. I think Australia were going great guns at that point in time, and I think the likes of Maxwell and others would be able to finish the job. It's very difficult. Very few times that you see Australia needing less than, say, 100 runs that they crumble. They're not a team that crumbles so easily. They always keep their heads. But what I think that the Indians missed a trick. When the spinners were on, they should have had the fielders, a few more fielders in the circle. There were a few edges that went through the slip. They should have had a slip right through to Jadeja and to Kuldeep. So I think that they missed a trick there where they didn't employ a few closest fielders, a few slips involved, and a few other fielders inside the circle to put some more pressure on the Aussies.
Marlon, for the entire tournament, Mohamed Siraj opened the bowling, even the semi-finals. Shami come on second and look dangerous, and that's where he gets his wicket when he bowled first change. He got a wicket up front today, and it looks like it was the right decision at that time to bowl Shami up front. When you go into a final and you have been doing something all through the tournament, should they have opened the bowling today with Mohamed Siraj instead of Shami?
Yeah, basically, I think they should continue with Suraj opening the bowling, but the captain is in charge out there and he make his decision, and the team have to just work with the decision. That's what cost the team today. You want Suraj to fire in some quick deliveries early up top to the batters and try to relay some wickets early, but skipper have different ideas and maybe the team overall have different ideas, different plans, different strategies today.
Okay, Bobby, what is your view on that? Do you think that Mohamed Siraj should have opened the bowling? Do you think that India should have gone away from what served them so well leading up to the final?
Well, they haven't had to. They with the exception of England game, they were never under pressure in any other game. So I would have done the same thing. I would have went with Shami. You know, he came in and he's the best bowler of the tournament. So I would have went with him. What I wouldn't do though, I would make Siraj the first change. You know, I wouldn't wait so long to bowl him.
Okay, I know you guys are not seeing me, but don't worry about it. So why would you against England? You were bowled out for 221, but yet still you stick with Siraj opening the bowling. Today you have 240. Why would you go away from it?
Well, number one, they knew that they didn't have that much pressure because they could afford to lose that game. So there was basically no pressure. They knew that the opponent was weaker. So, you know, I could understand why they changed it in this game.
Marlon, Anthony Evans is saying that India won 91% of their matches, but yet still they never won that most important match. Would you have preferred to lose some matches before and then win the championship?
Probably as a cricketer, as a sportsman, you always want to continue winning. You don't want to lose. But in this case now, as I mentioned earlier in the comment section of it, India was due a loss, and of course it came at the wrong time for the Indian team. But I don't know how to say. I don't like losing. So whether early on in the competition or no, I just don't like losing again as a sportsman, honestly.
Okay. Andre, we're seeing where Randy Beckers is saying KL Rahul and Yadav did not get enough match practice, and I knew it would have earned India. Do you support this? Because I think that the first match Rahul helped to win it. I think that Rahul did batter on a number of occasions. Maybe Yadav. Would it have made a difference if they were batting in the other matches regularly and getting big score?
On the tournament, he has batted several times. He has gotten 100. He has gotten, I think, 80 or something like that. I think he has got more than enough practice, more than enough time in the middle. I mean, Yadav no probably didn't get bat enough, but even then, I think that the Indians, the lower order is far too brittle. 8, 9, and 8, 9, 10, 11. To me, that they're all jacks. 8, 9, 10, they're all number 11 batters really. All of them can't hit one. So that is weird. That is a big problem where India is concerned. So once Hardik Pandya was not fit, there were always going to be in some problems where that's concerned, because they don't have anybody after Jadeja. And even Jadeja himself is not the most reliable of 50 over batter. Right? So they really depended mostly mainly on the top 5 batters who did the job for them. It's just that they failed today. But the top 5 batters did the job to them, did the job for them right throughout the tournament. They just failed today.
Bobby, isn't that crying over spill milk? Because it was this team, this same team, that played almost all the matches. I think the last 6 matches. The team was unchanged for the last 6 matches, Bobby. So isn't that crying over spill milk? Who should be play or who should not play?
Yeah, I think so. But to the point where they say Yadav didn't really get much time to bat. You know, and especially he's not really an experienced 50 over batter. I could see that. But yeah, there's not that much that could be done. You know, the Australians just play better than them.
Marlon, give us your final comment, please.
I think India played cricket throughout the competition very well, but I think here in this finals they were too confident, overconfident, and of course the captain didn't stand up today and play a captain innings. He gave away his wicket. But shout out to Australia, who played fantastic cricket. At one point of the competition, they were way at the bottom of the table, and to come up today and win the title, it shows class of the team and the maturity of this Australia team. And hats off to Travis Head on scoring a brilliant century and Marvus Labuschagne on scoring a half century in this crucial finals for the Aussies. And Aussies really deserve their 6th title.
Yeah, well said, well said. Andre, over to you.
Yeah, I think it was really, it was really, really carefully planned by the Australians. They knew exactly what they needed to do to win this Cricket World Cup. And as soon as they dismissed Rohit Sharma and Shreyas Iyer, you saw the tide change totally. And from there on, they took control of the match, and Australia and India was not allowed a foot into the game from there on. So kudos to Australia, a very, very well executed plan, and it shows them that the championship mettle that they have, and you cannot underestimate the championship mettle of the Australian team, Australian cricket, Australian sports. Well done, Australia.
Bobby, your final comment.
Yeah, my final comment is well done, Australia. You know, I think what they have done, you know, they have done good for cricket by winning this match as well. You know, when me and a lot of people thought that they had no chance. So well done by them. But the person who, you know, I'm most happy for is Marnus Labuschagne, because he wasn't supposed to even be in this match. And it was when he went to South Africa, and I think, what's his name, got a concussion sub. What's his name? The all-rounder.
Yes.
The all-rounder.
Mid-March? Was it March? Stonis?
No, the young one.
Green.
It was when Green got a concussion. He came into that match and played, you know, this exact innings, and then he got on board, and especially with Head not being there, and you know, so I'm really happy for Marnus, because it shows that 50 over cricket still need touch players and players who can bat properly.
Gentlemen, I had said your final comment, but I want you to listen to this comment from the Indian captain, Rohit Sharma.
I keep saying that toss is not going to be a factor. You got to play well to win the game, regardless of, you know, the conditions and the temperatures. You got to play well. You got to play good cricket. Absorb the pressure whenever the pressure has been put on you. So yeah, I think that's where it boils down to. You got to just understand what is expected out of you at that point in time.
You listen to that, and he seems to say the right things, but they never. You have to absorb the pressure. You have to know what to do. Well, he got the toss situation wrong, because he said that the toss would not be what he said about the toss, that it won't be an issue.
Yeah.
You know, and Cummins won the toss and decided to bowl first, and that was a big factor in this game, because if Australia had batted first, I am almost certain that India would have won this World Cup. So I think that the toss was an issue, gentlemen. So I just think that Sharma got it wrong, left, right, and center, and I think both captain got it wrong. I think that Pat Cummins said that it was going to be a balanced match. It was not a balanced match. Clearly, Australia won very easily in the end. There was one time yesterday in the press conference when Cummins was asked what is his strategy for Indian batsmen. And these were not his words, but I'm just going to paraphrase or I interpret what he said. It's like he said, we are coming to let it go tomorrow, so you better be ready. That's our strategy. When he was asked about the first 10 overs between Sharma and those guys, he simply say, we are going to let go the seed tomorrow. You better can deal with it. And maybe that's what happened. The Indians never dealt with it. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Everyone in the community, please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. And thank you, gentlemen, for being here. It was a pleasure, and I think it was a good show. We are touching on 3.5 hours now. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done. I really appreciate it. Bye for now, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones.